Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. I don't think we have a topic this week, so hi.
Wait, I have one in my head.
Great.
Oh, it is
I
so
was
ready.
just gonna. Hi, I'm Michael. Hey, how you doing, Sage?
Week.
I have
Every
a topic in my head ready
Great.
to go.
Cool.
I came prepared.
Way to go. How you doing, Kat?
I didn't come prepared, but I'm okay.
How you doing, Anthony?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Cool. How you doing, Colin?
I'm woefully unprepared for life as a general thing. So
Yeah, that sounds about right.
okay.
Cool. All right. Welcome to this week's clusterfuck. Just like every other week, we never know what we're doing.
Sage knows
Apparently,
what we're
Sage
doing.
does.
Sage apparently does.
Sage apparently. Sage.
All right, Sage, hit us with your
Hit us with your
preparedness.
Okay.
sage wisdom.
Okay, my prepared
Yeah.
topic is when it's kind of like an overall thing because I really want to talk about Slender Man.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This is bad?
Are you
not at
playing
all.
Slenderman? Is that like your new thing?
No.
We should set her up
Sage,
with
did you
Slenderman.
just wake
Yeah.
up in 2013? Are we ready to go?
Slender Man?
No.
Heard about this game?
Yeah,
No.
we gotta-
Oh,
shit,
did you see the
Stop.
Slender
No.
Man movie?
Maybe
Bro,
she's
wake up!
not.
It's 2013.
I'm being
21 Pilots just
I'm-
released their
guys,
debut
I'm
album.
being
dude.
Maybe she
cyberbullied.
saw him. Maybe it's not.
Oh.
Maybe it's not the game.
Did you
We
have
gotta
a
let her
Slenderman
talk.
He does
Sighting?
live in the woods.
Yeah.
Maybe he's out there.
I'm being cyberbullied. No,
Are you trying to fuck
No,
Slender Man?
we're
'Cause
here in
he's-
person.
You know what they say about
But
them
if people
Slender Men?
comment,
Yeah.
then they can cyberbully.
No.
we're real bullying you in person, but all our fans can cyberbully you.
If
Okay.
you'd like to cyberbully Sage, please like, comment.
Follow us on TikTok. at
Hit
Vaguely
her up on.
Anime.
Hit her
I
up on
didn't watch
Twitter.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get attacked. But anyway,
I hope.
so while I was doing my makeup for the podcast, I
You
was
saw Slenderman.
no, I
you
was
watched
He
the
helped
Slenderman.
you do your makeup.
yes, he helped me do my makeup
he's
with
so
his.
nice.
And he was like,
pencils.
he got his little tendrils in there, and he was like,
Yeah,
here, let me apply
he was
your
like, oh, let
eyeshadow.
me help you with that beauty blender.
He's standing next to you. He's just like.
But no, so I was watching a Bailey Sarian video who I like a lot,
Oh,
and
I
she
do
does
watch her.
like
Murder Mystery
yeah,
Mondays.
Murder Mystery Mondays.
No,
right?
Murder Mystery and Makeup Mondays.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what
yes.
it is.
And I
Yeah.
was watching her do her.
What tonal whiplash this channel is.
No,
Jesus
it's great
Christ.
because
Good.
Does she just like talk about murder
have
mysteries
no
while she
doubt
does
about
her
it.
makeup?
yes, exactly, and her
Oh.
makeup is
Oh, that's
always
kinda
like
fun.
so
I can
gorgeous
get
and
into that.
beautiful, and she
That
just
sounds
like
fun.
goes
That's
through
fun,
a
yeah.
case.
She found her niche.
Yeah, no,
She
it's
did.
great.
really, like-
No, she's got like millions of
I'm
subscribers.
pretty
She
sure
really
her
did.
first one
Here's
was
the brutal
Casey.
family of a.
I'm
Here's
pretty
the
sure
brutal
her
murder of a
first one
family of
was
four.
Chris Watts.
Anyway, here's how you do
actually.
Mirror's Edge
Not
eyeshadow.
Casey Anthony. It was Chris Watts, and she just like randomly decided to talk about it during a Get Ready With Me, and it just like popped off, and that was in 2019. Anyway, like I was saying, I was watching her cover the like real life Slender Man case because these
Yep.
three girls
Oh yeah.
who were like in middle school, and two of them were like, Slender Man is real and we need to sacrifice our friend to like
I forgot
go
about
be
that.
with him
Yeah.
in paradise.
No, HBO
So
just
they-
made a documentary about
so
that.
yeah,
I wanted to
beware
check
the
that out.
Slender
Yeah.
Man. That shit was terrible. Anyway,
What, the movie or the documentary?
the documentary and
No,
the
the movie was awful.
Oh, I know the movie was awful. I didn't see
yeah,
the
the
documentary.
documentary's not that good
Saw
because
the trailer
the
and could tell.
documentary is more like ooh spooky internet stuff.
Yeah.
The internet is rotting your mind. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
like,
It's
oh,
one of
okay.
those things of like music is corrupting you, video
Yeah,
games is
violent
corrupting.
video games make you
Exactly.
Yeah,
violent.
that news article that fucking circulates every like 2 years.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was watching her cover that case, and I'm like doing my makeup, and I'm like, Slender Man was always kind of interesting in like the back of my mind, and I remember watching this like series of videos of this guy doing like he posted on YouTube of like. Oh, like a found footage style
Yeah,
thing.
Marble
Marble
Hornets.
Hornets.
Yes.
Marble Hornets.
Great series.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
I watched the shit out of
I've
Marble
still
Hornets back
never
in the
seen
day.
it to the end. Like every time I try to
ending?
start it, I start from the beginning and I try to watch all the way through and I get close to the end and I
Guys, you wanna
always like.
explain what that is?
It's not that good, the ending.
Oh well,
Oh,
it's really good.
I've-
It is.
Oh, but
I've
okay,
never
okay,
seen the ending.
So Marble Hornets is so it's a web series on YouTube where these like 5 or 6 guys got together and like made a web series about the Slender Man, whatever. Well, he's called the Operator in the
creepypasta,
show.
yeah.
Yeah,
Operator.
he's called the Operator.
Is it
Why?
actually about Slender Man?
No,
or
it's
is it-
Slender Man. It's
Yeah.
literally
it's
Slender
Slender
Man.
Man.
This is
Why?
where
But
I
they
think
call
this is where
him
it
the
came from.
Operator. Like
Why?
you know how in zombie movies they never call zombies zombies?
Right.
It's the same thing. It's Slender Man, but they call him the Operator. What the fuck ever. But so it's about the web series is about these guys who these like 6 filmmakers that get together and they want to make a web series called Marble Hornets. But during the production of the show, they encounter like all of these weird like happenings around them, and then they eventually figure out that it's Slender Man. And in this thing, how they like and
This is
the
supposed
reason
to be real.
Yeah,
No,
it's a found
yeah,
footage.
no,
It's like found
it's like a real
footage.
thing with like a budget, and it's like found footage.
Like think
So-
of like Paranormal Activity
I haven't seen
or
it.
like Blair Witch Project.
I didn't even know.
You know,
Okay,
you know what
great.
found
You know
footage
what they
is?
are, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I didn't think that they were real.
They're not.
No,
They're
no,
not, but-
Like,
Okay.
no, it's like a meta thing.
Mockumentary?
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
it's about-
pretending.
yeah.
It's pretending to be real.
Okay.
So the 5 or 6 filmmakers are like they use their real names and shit like that. So like it's a web series about the making of a web series. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, the whole series follows them as they try to make this web series, Marble Hornets. But the channel's also called Marble Hornets. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
The long and short of it kicks off pretty quickly where like the dude's just like, you can see Slender Man in the background
Yeah.
of certain shots or just like appears in certain times, and it's like, okay, we have to go right now.
Is
And
it
it's
that
like, what are you
dumb
talking about?
suit that so many people?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In the first couple episodes, it is like a dumb suit, and you can
Yeah, you
very
could
clearly
definitely
tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
But
as
it's
as
like-
they got like more popular and got a
Yeah.
budget, like it gets much better.
Okay.
But it gets like really good.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like genuinely
Really quickly.
compelling. Like
It's-
it's
it's
phenomenal.
scary.
The reason why I bring it up is because I remember when Slender Man kind of like popped off on the internet. I had just kind of I wasn't really looking for Slender Man content because I don't love, especially like like the Slender Man video game. It's kind of like that jump scary thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not into jump scares. I like a thrilling horror.
Right, you like a sense of dread rather
Right,
than like shit
but I
popping out at you.
I don't want to just be like, oh, you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Ugh.
So I
You don't want to make the Roblox death sound.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
I was gonna say a
Fucking-
dad sitting in a chair.
whenever you get a jump scare happen to you. Ooh.
yeah, but I
Minecraft.
don't like
Yeah,
that
right.
because
dad getting out of a chair.
it feels almost like cheap to me, but I always liked the way that Slender Man looked. Like
Yeah.
I always thought there was an appeal of like the man with no face kind of a thing.
There's an inherent terror about him.
Oh,
anyway.
absolutely.
Like, 7-8 foot tall thing wearing a suit with like
Because-
gigantic fucking tentacles.
Because it's
coming
like
out
the
of it.
uncanny valley of like he like
When you
has
the
like
face.
in
I
a
thought
human
Slender
appearance.
Man has tentacles.
Yeah.
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 he's got tentacles.
Yeah.
You don't always see the tentacles.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
no, they
Yeah.
only
When he
they only
kills you
appear
in
when
the
he's
game,
about
they
to
start-
kill you.
they
Right.
start, like,
Oh,
popping
That's
out.
the whole
Like
thing.
if you've played the game.
Yeah,
Right.
I forgot about that. If I'm honest, I just thought he was just like a tall dude with the.
No.
That's
I-
usually
he's
what
got
it
But
is.
Yeah.
But so I never like was looking for Slenderman content, and one day I just like stumbled upon it, and I was like,
Marble Hornets. You're talking
yeah.
about. Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I'm curious. It's the middle of the day. I am a grown ass adult. I can handle this. I was like 14,
Yeah.
right? So I was like,
14, grown-ass adult.
so I'm like, I can handle this. It's 12 p.m. The sun is out. The birds are chirping. I got this. I started watching it, and immediately I was like, stress the fuck
It's-
Is it
out.
because
really
you live in the
good.
woods?
No, it's just
No,
just
it's-
really well made.
It's
just
really
so
well made, but also
well
me
written and
living
so
in the
compelling.
woods does not help
Yeah, no.
because
Yeah.
you know how like you're in your house and you're like going to sleep and you're like, ah, yes, sleepy time, and then you just start hearing mystery noises.
Yeah, the house is
Yeah, I was
settling.
about to say.
Yeah, like we had talked about.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked
the
about
house-
that. Yeah,
in
we
your
talked about
ceiling.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
house
yeah.
is-
Did the fucking goosebumps
So
thing. Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember I had watched like quite a bit of like this Marble Hornets, right?
Mhm.
And then I was like, all right, that wasn't so bad. And then nighttime comes and I'm like sitting there and I'm watching other YouTube videos and I'm like, I'm doing great. Then I go to sleep. It's like maybe 1 a.m. And then of course the second I'm like, time to turn off my light, all I can think about is fucking Slender Man. And I'm like, I'm gonna get killed and no one is gonna know. I'm just gonna die right here. Like some spooky shit's gonna happen. So I'm like thinking about it. Then like 2 hours pass and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna turn on the light. But when I was a kid, I used to have a fear of turning back the light back on.
Oh, for what you would see that's there now when you turn on the light. Okay, I
Yeah.
get you.
So I always, when I was a kid, I always had a fear that if I turned off the light and then decided to turn it back on, my thought of what would be there would actually be there, and I could see it like in the light. So I'm like 14, 15 years old, and I'm like, because I have one of those lights that like you turn like the thingy, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like sitting up in my bed, like, do I turn it on? Do I turn it on?
He's not gonna kill you in the dark, but if you turn on the light, then he's gonna
Yeah,
kill
no,
you.
Yeah, it's like being
just
under
give
the
yourself
blanket.
away at that point.
Being under the blanket is
The
a safety
blanket is
shield.
But if you stick your
protection.
foot out, he'll get
No,
you.
no,
Oh,
no,
you stick
they're-
your foot out, you're losing
no,
that foot.
no,
Like,
you
that's
gotta
it.
do. That's why you gotta do. You lift the feet up,
But it's okay, your
tuck
head's
the
out.
blanket in, and then
Yeah,
lift your
yeah,
feet
that's
back
you
like
gotta make
you're
like a
a-
nice like
like a nice like sleeping bag.
Yeah.
yeah.
Protection 360.
Yeah.
As
Come
I'm
on. Kinda
watch as I'm
amateur
gonna
do
be
you think I
doing
am?
this tonight after this conversation.
I still
Anthony,
do it, yeah.
that
I
is
still
what I
do it
do
too.
every single night.
I do it too. Believe me.
I don't care if there's 15 blankets on top of me.
100%.
If I don't have the blankets wrapped underneath the feet, I'm dying.
I have so much like inane trauma from watching like so many horror movies as like a 10-year-old.
Yes.
That like I still like even in like the dead of summer, like the dog days of summer, I will still like put the covers over my head.
I
with
watched-
like the
I
fucking-
watched it when I was 10 at some
yeah, it's a
girls'
terrible movie.
That's a
at some
mistake.
Terrible
girls'
move.
birthday party
Oh,
where
God.
they were like, "We're 10, let's watch it," and I was like, "I don't know what it is, but this sounds exciting." I got
Girls
maybe
in our town.
yes, girls in our
Do
town.
I know the girls?
Okay, here I'll give you one hint. She was pregnant right after high school.
Holy Christ alive.
19 years old.
There was a couple pregnant people.
No, right after, not in high school, right after.
Man,
We'll talk about it later.
I'll tell you off
sit
air.
with like a knife next to me.
Anyway,
Like, you know.
Anyway,
I don't know what a knife
trust
is gonna do
myself
against
with
a
that shit.
demon,
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
stab
trust myself.
myself
Yeah, I don't trust
Yeah.
myself.
I
all
gotta-
night long.
I gotta tell you, I'm not afraid of like mystery sounds anymore because I have Geo. So like whenever I'm home alone, I hear something, I just look at Geo. He doesn't move. I'm like, oh no, this is fine. He didn't move.
I mean,
He
like,
barks
I,
at literally anyone who walks
I
in the
don't
door.
think I ever
I'm
really
safe.
think about that anyway.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much never. But
You don't
like,
just have constant paranoia?
no.
all the time.
I mean, I used to.
Same.
every waking
Yeah.
moment of my
No,
life.
no,
Yeah.
literally pretty much never. But like, I think like, cause like having a knife next to my bed isn't even a paranoia thing. I think it's just like,
How does that make you feel more safe, though? I'm like, now I'm leaving them a weapon to kill me with.
How do you?
I'm
do
leaving
they're
they
them
gonna
have
reach,
ammo.
they're gonna
Weapon.
reach under my pillow and find the
I
fucking
am-
knife.
You
Well,
leave
I
a knife
have
under your
ammo.
pillow.
Oh, dude,
You leave
no,
a knife under your
How do
pillow?
you put your
No,
I don't see the knife
wait. I
on
want
my
to get. Do you leave the knife under your pillow?
I just said that. Yeah.
Wait,
Mike.
is it open
fuck
or
is
is it
wrong
like
with
a
you?
like how do you call it, like this?
The fuck,
Mine
Mike?
flipped open. What do you
Oh,
mean?
like a flip open one. He means,
Like,
Colin.
I don't care. It's no. I don't care if it's not
That does seem
open. That's
kind
so
of
weird.
It does seem kind of uncomfortable.
People
Dude.
sleep with guns under their pillows. I don't.
Yes,
do that.
and they're fucking weird.
Yeah,
Okay, but
they're-
I don't do that.
they
Which
will shoot
also
themselves.
seems uncomfortable.
That's also like
That was
super
the next
unnecessary.
step.
I'm not that crazy.
No,
no, but
leave
like,
it on your nightstand. Leave the knife on your
No,
nightstand.
I do that
you're
sometimes
leaving
too.
them.
That's normal.
No,
I do
Oh,
that
he
sometimes
moves
too.
the
no,
knife.
no.
It doesn't
It's
stay in
worse
one
if you.
place.
I can understand under the
moves
pillow
around.
because your head is
By
on the
itself.
pillow, so you're gonna
Yeah.
feel somebody reaching underneath. If you leave it on the nightstand,
Who-
someone's coming
nobody
into your
would-
room
who's
and
gonna
they're like,
reach
"Oh, free knife
I
for
like,
me
I
to
like the
stab
idea
you
that
with."
Wait,
someone's
one
gonna
second.
kill
One
me,
second.
and is like, hold on, I'm gonna check under his pillow, see
One
if there's a
sec.
knife there, so I can kill him with that knife.
I'm gonna give you that point. I'm gonna give you that 1 point over her. 1 second, the two of you. They're fucking freaks, right?
Don't look at me, brother.
No, answer. I know you want to answer.
No,
Which one's a
Anthony is
freak?
just as
the one
paranoid as me.
keeping
Don't
knives
you-
under his
Oh no, yeah, I live in constant paranoia every waking
I
moment
live
of
in
my life,
constant
but-
understand why you
fear.
think
I-
that's so
like, I
weird.
don't
Like,
sleep
I've known-
with any knives
maybe,
under my
maybe I've
pillows
just known
and
a lot of
shit.
people that do that, so maybe it's not.
I'm not
weird to me.
trying to like call you a freak for you. I'm just like that's so weird to me.
I
I
mean,
don't know, I'd be afraid of like
I
stabbing
guess,
myself
like,
in the ear.
I
you know
think
what I
I'm
mean?
gonna
I think just
fucking
don't-
grab it at night and hurt myself.
yeah,
I
that's
don't
fair.
know. I guess I've known a lot of people in my life that do that, so I've never thought about it as being weird. I've just in my brain is like if somebody ever fucking comes in my room, I have a knife
Wow.
right there.
New
that I
York is
know where
apparently
it
the
is.
wild
How do
fucking
you
west.
have like the wherewithal though? Like you're
I
asleep.
used to have a bow and arrow
Under
and
his
arrows.
pillow.
Yeah, under my pillow. No, I used
Yeah,
to.
excuse me as I take this 4-string recurve
that's
bow.
not what I
out.
was-
Sorry, I
no,
gotta whip
yeah.
out my crossbow.
No, so
wait, wait,
like as
what's the ball like with the chain? You know, like the spike.
flail.
Flail, yeah, like the male thing. or
That's
whatever.
under.
no, like
I sleep with a 37-inch warhammer
Yeah.
under my pillow.
I have my
no. What I was gonna
No,
say
look,
is like
I hear a
used
sound-
to-
Yes, my javelin collection. Right
My
under
cannon.
as a kid, it, like because my room was super small, so like everything I like owned just kind of had to be like out in the open, just in random places, and I had a radiator right next to my bed. So like the only spot that I could keep my bow was next to my bed, and so the arrows would just be on there. So like when I was a kid, I like
Did
well
you
I
do,
say a
like,
kid like
dry
a teenager.
runs?
No,
where you were like,
Literally
okay,
never.
it's
Shoot
2
the door.
a.m.
Never once.
So
Shoot the
I hear
door.
someone in my room.
no. First of all,
You gotta be prepared.
First of
Come
all,
on.
the idea was never to. If somebody was in my room, the idea is the knife. Second
No,
of
you
all,
take the arrow at that
Yeah,
point.
or the
yeah,
arrow.
you use
If
the
they
arrow.
see
Never- it
you
was never
aiming a
grab
bow
the
and
bow.
arrow,
No, never
at
grab
them,
the bow.
they
It was
might just
never about
fucking
grabbing
You're
the
leave.
bow.
using your 4-string
you
recurve
have to
bow with
catch them
holographic
so
sights
off
on it.
guard that they're just like, I need to fucking go.
It
This
was-
is
Okay,
no,
this
it
guy's
was-
a psycho.
it was-
I gotta go.
It was literally never about the bow. It was about the arrow or the knife. Like it wasn't about the bow.
See, I'm
But-
cultured. I just go for the sword in my closet.
Oh, Christ.
Or
Uh,
What if you don't
one
have
of-
time to
but
get
it's
to
one
too
of
far
the
away.
swords
Yeah, what
in
if
my
it's
closet.
too
to get
far
there?
away.
But like what I'm saying is the whole point was the like the knife was for if somebody was already in my room. Like then I'm just fucking. It's already there. I know exactly where it is every time. I can just grab it and like.
Okay,
Go for
can
it,
I
but-
tell you my solution? which is literally a terrible solution. If someone was
Just let them kill you.
Just die.
not let
At
them
this
kill
point,
me.
Sage would.
Just be like, hey,
I would.
hey,
no,
bud.
no, I absolutely would.
Make it
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Make
I'd
it
be
quick.
too scared.
Here's the jugular. Take it out.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
go.
I feel like make it fast.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
come on,
in
I
my
don't wanna do this
brain,
anymore.
my solution was, oh, I'll just open the window and jump out. Except I live on the 3rd floor of our
do.
house.
I like the idea that
He's gonna break your fucking leg, and then he's gonna wish he
I
killed
love the
you.
fact that the person's already standing like over her with a knife, and she's just like, "Hold on, open."
Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm gonna make myself such an easy target. It's gonna be so good.
No, but then
Sir, you won't even get convicted for the murder. I'll
No,
kill
yeah,
myself.
no. But the plus is my stairs are so slippery. Maybe they'll slip on their way down to get me.
That's the man that's lived there for 10
okay,
years
but
and
you're
still
kind of
fucking
safe
falls
because
down the
he isn't
stairs
even gonna
again.
come up.
No. Because I don't think they
good.
would realize it's a bedroom because it's really an attic.
It's gonna be like a
space.
Looney Tunes commercial. Every time he goes to take 2 steps, he fucking falls face first
Yeah,
on the
just
goddamn stairs. Just gonna be running on place on the first step, trying to get up to you.
Although I do have this very clear memory of when I first moved up to that room on the 3rd floor. Because I used to be downstairs, right, when I was little. And then my brother moved out of college, and went to college.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to take his room because it's, away from everybody else. And my mom, when I first went up there, was like, if the house ever catches on fire, the best bet is to jump out of the window. So since then, I've had the jump out of the window idea in my head
Yeah,
because
locked in.
because
locked
the
and
only
loaded.
other way out of the room is
Yeah.
down the spiral staircase.
Which you're
Yeah,
in a
probably not
fire.
great.
That's
okay,
not gonna happen.
can I give you an idea?
Yeah.
It's probably better to just jump over the 1 floor. Like, instead of taking your time going down the stairs, just jumping down that
Yeah, and then
instead
do a
of
roll.
jumping out the window.
Yeah, mitigate
Wait,
the
Yeah,
damage
one
with the
story
roll.
against 3 stories is
Wait,
kind of a.
but how do I
Yeah.
jump out
Solid-
the one
solid
story? I'm just jumping
the
into the
railing?
fire.
You're assuming that
I guess it
entire
depends
area
where
is
the
on
fi-
fire.
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
it
okay.
depends
If that
where
entire
the
area is
fire
on fire, I think there's going to be enough smoke that you're passed the fuck out.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If like the
Wow.
downstairs
Yeah, I
from
mean,
my
you're,
room
you're,
is
you're
on.
first to fucking pass out because all the smoke would go right to your room.
It's true. It gets like 95 degrees up in there in the winter
Really?
time.
Yeah, you've told me.
In the summer, it's like it has gotten up to about 85 in the summer, 88. But in the winter, it's worse because I have a wood stove right underneath my room.
Ugh,
So I think the hottest it's ever been in my room is like 96
that's
in the
horrible.
winter
That's
time.
disgusting.
Yeah.
That's like body
But then it
temperature.
feels counterproductive to open my window where it's like 0 degrees, so I'm just feeling extreme heat and extreme
That
cold.
feels
So you
very
get, like, a nice
productive, 'cause then you have
50.
you have a good cross.
Half
breed.
my
Yeah, you
body
have a-
is
you have a-
frozen, and the other half is just boiling alive.
Yeah, one half of you is like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining, where you're like,
Yeah.
and the other half is like, just like, hey, what's up? You can like move everything like completely.
My brain
normally.
just went to like heat miser and snow miser.
yeah.
Just one half of each.
He's Mr. Yeah, hell yeah.
Miser.
So here's the thing though, like if a burglar comes into your house while it's on fire, like you're both going down. Like that.
That's it.
Wait,
Like,
if he
that's
comes
it.
in, set the house
Yeah,
on
yeah,
fire.
yeah. You just if a burglar / murderer comes into your house, you just light the house on fire.
Wait,
Feel like
but
you're
You get what
dying
you want.
with
You,
me.
you
But-
get what you want. You
But
die
the
and he
other thing
dies.
is,
Like,
you know what I think the greatest protection is?
what?
Is our house is so in the woods and so spooky.
That you'll kill the
Yeah.
entire town too. With
No,
all the
no.
fires.
That literally I think I said this.
No,
on-
they're gonna be too scared to go to her house. It's the fucking house. It's the cabin
Yeah.
in the woods.
I
They're
feel
gonna
like
be
your
like,
house
"Fuck
is
that."
like I feel like your house is the kind of house where like a bunch of teenagers ride it by on a bike and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, like
That's
like,
old
I think
man
I said this
McCleary's
during the
house. Like,
Halloween episode
his
where
wife died in
we've
1976,
Never had
like-
trick or treaters, and we've never like I think the only people who's ever come to our house where we weren't expecting them was one time when I was 13. Our neighbor who lived like 2 blocks away, like way up the street, came to our house because he was a Boy Scout and he was looking for some kind of like I don't know, trying to sell some shit
Sell
to
us.
Right? Yes.
That's what Boy Scouts sell?
It's so
Yeah.
much worse.
Popcorn.
It's
But-
so
It's like
fucking-
caramel
yeah.
But
No one likes it as
he-
much as cookies.
Nuh-uh.
He already knew us, so he came to our house to knock on our door one time. Then the only other
Never
people
again.
Never
who've
again.
come to our house unannounced is the male people, and they don't even drive down our driveway.
Is that unannounced though?
No.
Yeah, you know.
That's very
yeah,
planned.
No. The mail people.
No, like you.
Not like they
like,
have a title for that.
No,
or anything,
like
or-
FedEx
You know,
or
like
UPS, not like USPS.
Yeah, you know, every time FedEx or UPS shows up, I think it's unannounced. They have schedules
did they
every
know?
single day.
No,
How do they know?
No, because
I didn't order this a week and a half ago.
No, but you
didn't
know
order
what
this
I mean,
yesterday.
like
Put
where
my
it's,
address in.
Yeah, I didn't put my address in. What the fuck?
They didn't. Amazon didn't tell me
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
when
they
this
got
was
the
coming.
fucking geoguessr location satellite on me at all times, dude.
no, but like so nobody ever comes to our house, especially at nighttime. I used to have when I was in middle school and I started making friends. I'll be like, come to my house for a sleepover.
They'd be like, where the fuck is it?
They legit could not find my house.
Yeah, there you
Even
go.
though they had our
They thought you were
address.
pranking
It's hard
By the
to
time they found your house,
Dude,
the sleepover would be
if
over.
Sage was ever
It's
like, yo, come over to the house, and I fucking like went to that area, I'd be like, nah, this is a lie. I ain't fucking here.
this isn't real.
Yeah, I'd be like, nah, this person just obviously
just
didn't
woods.
like me.
So,
Yeah.
so that's my advice out there to everyone watching or listening.
Send
just-
your friends you don't like to Sage's house. They won't
No,
believe it.
no. Just live in a location and have a house.
You'll either get
that's
lost in the
creepy
woods and
enough
die along the way,
that nobody will
or
go
find
to it.
Sage's house and be stuck in a 96-degree room at
Yeah.
all times.
You'll just
Like,
be boiling to death from the inside out.
yeah, and if you try to rob it, Sage is gonna just light the house on fire. There you go. I think how I would defend myself if I was up against like a robber or burglar is I would just like do a series of increasingly more like ludicrous Looney Tunes traps.
Pee yourself.
So like when they try to like, so they like finally find my house, right, and they try to like get inside my house, like
You're
I'll just
talking
have
like
like
Home Alone level shit.
no, I'm talking
sounds
like,
Home Alone.
I'm talking
shit.
like I'm
He's
talking
talking
like
worse.
no, yeah. I'm talking
You
like
drop the
I'm
anvil.
talking like you get like a guy walking up to my house, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna break into
drop
this
a
guy's
piano
house.
on him?
I'm literally, I was about to say, I'm gonna have like a hanging fucking anvil like above the house, and it's gonna like drop out of me. He's gonna be like, whoa, shit, that was crazy. And then he's gonna go upstairs, and he's gonna be in my room.
And then
and
Anthony.
then he's gonna see me sitting on the couch, and he's like, "Sing." He's like, oh, he's ready to go. And then he's gonna run, and he's gonna hit a matte painting. He's gonna hit like a painting of me, like on the thing, and he's gonna be like, what the fuck? How did this guy have the time to paint an entire
And then-
life-size replica of his
I love
house?
the idea that it like if this were the case, like at some point, and he's like sitting in like the living room or something, just painting this giant mural.
Yeah,
His parents like, what are
100%.
you doing this?
Like
And he's
Michelangelo
don't
when
worry
he's
about
painting
it.
the Sistine
Yeah.
Chapel
And, like,
on his fucking
And it's like
back.
on canvas or some shit. Like you fold it up, put it in the fucking ceiling, and your parents like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing? this? Don't worry about
Don't
it."
worry. This is gonna come in so much handy later, I promise. And then finally, like when he gets to my room, because I live on the top floor. I live on the top floor too. So like when he finally gets to my room, he's just gonna like see me like sleeping in my bed. I'm gonna have like the nightcap on, going like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Looney Tunes
The
ass
Z's
shit,
coming
right?
out.
Yeah, like the Z's coming out, right? I have like the dream bubble. I'm dreaming of like the Rockettes or some shit, right?
Yeah.
So.
Naturally.
So like, yeah, you know what they dreamed about in the 50s? It's the Rockettes.
Yeah.
That's all they dreamed about in the 50s.
Them legs.
So I'm going, right? And then like he finally gets up to me, and then the floor is just gonna fall out from under him, and then he's gonna fall like Wile E. Coyote, where like his entire body goes first, and his neck is like super.
I
stretched
really
out.
hope
And then he
so.
looks over and like holds up a sign that says like "uh-oh," and then like
SOS.
he falls too. Yeah, SOS.
That would
He's
be
just gonna order
so
like
good.
an airstrike from Acme, you know, like how Wile E. Coyote used to do. And I'm just gonna run really fast, and I'll be completely fine.
SOS.
Oh my god.
my
Or
p-
saw traps too. Saw traps would probably work too.
No,
right?
I think, but I have quite a gripe with saw traps though,
Okay.
Why?
because some of them are unbeatable, and that's not.
Well,
the
that's kind of
point.
the point, right?
No, that's not the point.
No, but here he only puts the people in unbeatable traps that are like the bad people, like the really, really bad people, like the ones who can't be redeemed.
No, his MO is people that he deems to be quote unquote bad, but he thinks that
it's not bad people. It's people that he thinks that life. It's people. It's almost fucking weird, right? It's people that like because he got a
Take
second chance.
advantage of life
That take
kind of a thing?
advantage of
Yeah,
life,
yeah,
and they yeah.
But the thing is, it's people that he thinks are taking advantage of life and
Yeah.
not like living it, I guess, to their fullest, but like
Can
doing
you give, like,
shady
an
shit,
example?
right?
Because I haven't seen these.
So is this Saw 1 where
Yeah,
it's-
he's like a drug addict and a drug dealer.
and
Adam.
but there's like a doctor who
Yeah.
Is this Saw 1 where it's a doctor and some other guy?
Yeah, and then you find out in like Saw fucking 4 that like the doctor let Jigsaw's wife die after
Right,
having an abortion or
something like
whatever.
that. So but the doctor I think was cheating on the wife. Was that it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but he
good. This is
it's
good.
things that he thinks are like people who are doing things that are morally wrong.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can
They're
describe
taking
it.
advantage of life. They're letting their life go to waste.
Right,
Essentially.
right. And so
Which fucking like
He's
Go
playing,
away.
He's
Like,
playing God essentially.
Stupidest
people-
fucking
But
motive
the-
ever.
the
Like, whatever.
point of the traps
This
is
is
to be
fucking
able
America.
to escape, but you have to like lose something.
You maim yourself, essentially.
You have to lose something to
Okay.
escape.
Question, because I've seen part of one of the movies.
Right.
Okay.
And this one stuck with me because it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay.
And it was the pit.
Of needles.
Oh, where
Yeah.
Amanda falls in the pit of
Yes.
needles? Yeah, no,
No,
fuck that.
she gets
But she
pushed
was a
in.
heroin
And
addict.
there's-
Yeah, she
Yeah.
gets pushed in.
And there's a key in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you win?
You just gotta dig in.
You dig.
Gotta
No.
dig in.
No.
Yeah, every time you dig in, you get injected. I think the needles were filled with like heroin, and
The-
she would like overdose if she didn't get the key in time.
But
No.
how do you win? But how do you win?
You
get
just
the
dig
key and
in.
You
You
get-
gotta dig
no,
in,
but you
brother.
get,
Like,
but you
you
get
gotta
the key, and then you toss it up to the rest of the people, and then you fucking die.
Wait.
Because you're in a pit of needles filled with ice.
supposed to win.
No.
No, you're supposed to win. You
There's
can
supposed
win.
to be a winnable way. Is
Are
his stupid
meant to
MO?
win. But I think the best way to do it is there's I think what like 5 or 6 people in the room with them, right?
Yeah.
When they get to that pit of needles. So one, everyone is fully clothed.
Yeah.
Some people even have layers. Why would you not put the clothes on top of the needles?
Is that gonna
first?
stop?
It's not gonna stop the
It's
blade.
gonna stop needles.
It's needles. You would at
So?
least have some form of protection rather than every needle penetrating you. You're only having some.
Sage, it's
And-
still a
wait,
blade. It's
but
gonna
also,
it pierce you
needle
anyway.
and blade is different. Also,
Sage, my fucking
Also,
hair
if you get
sticks
stabbed
through
with a
my
needle, the
clothes.
needle doesn't automatically inject you with
that's
whatever.
what I was gonna say. A needle. If you get stabbed with something, this is not happening. You have to physically inject the stuff
Yeah.
into you.
Well, it depends.
But you
Like,
still
if
feel the
there's
pain of
for-
it.
if
And
there's
you still feel the
pressure
pain
on
of
it.
it
Yeah,
stabbing you.
there will be pressure, but it's not going to be every single needle that's coming in contact.
You
with
realize that
you
they're
at
all
once.
awful people, so they don't give a shit whether the person lives or dies.
They're not
Yes,
helping
they're
the
not
person out
helping
of this
Oh,
pit.
yeah,
Correct,
anyway, yeah.
correct. I mean, Amanda does get pushed into the pit because the one beefy guy
The
is
one
kind
dude-
of
the
an
first-
asshole.
The first
He's a
movie, the first movie and the second movie, for the most part, have the most traps that you could have actually like
one.
got away with.
No, I
They just all make the wrong choices.
Jigsaw
I-
too. Not Jigsaw.
Like the
fucking
first,
Spiral.
Yeah, but like
Spiral
the
had
first,
winnable
The
traps
first
too.
movie,
Spiral
the
did?
first movie entirely had you could
I
like
think
you
the
could have
first
gotten
and
out of
second.
everything.
All he literally had to do was saw off his foot and he was fine.
No,
He could
like
leave.
they could have even gotten around that. I don't remember how exactly, but I know
Break
that like
your foot.
he didn't even have to do any of that shit. Like because it starts off with the key to the handcuffs or whatever is drained down that the fucking drain for the tub or whatever.
Yeah.
All he had to not do was because like he wakes
But
up
he
and he like
didn't
pulls
know
something.
that.
No, I know, but like.
No,
the-
I understand what you're saying, but if you're in that situation and if you don't have that information available to you, you're not gonna fucking know.
You're
I-
just gonna react.
Right. Yeah.
I was
I don't
talking.
remember-
I was talking
I don't
with
remember
coworkers
exactly,
about
but,
this
So I
before.
think the best solution is to try and you don't even need to break your own foot. There's somebody in the room with you.
They couldn't
Just-
reach each other.
I thought they could.
No,
No, yeah,
the
they could
chain
reach
wouldn't
each
let
other.
them reach each other.
Oh, I thought they were.
There's
both.
this guy on YouTube that did a whole video series breaking down each trap and how you could get out of them. And then by the end, by the third movie, he's like, "All right, so I'm gonna keep doing these, but just so you know, it's pretty much all unbeatable from here. I'm just gonna analyze it and be like, here's how you could maybe do it, but
I
like
wonder-
really, it's bullshit."
I wonder if that's the channel I've been watching lately.
Nerd summaries.
I don't remember what it's called, but I've been watching like
He's got a bit of
bunch
an
them.
accent.
Yeah, I think.
Wait,
so.
do you ever see him on screen? Because
No.
there's two I'm thinking of. There's
It's completely voiceover.
there's one I think is called like Nerd Explains is one where I don't think you see him ever, and then there's I think Cinema Summaries where you do see him sometimes, and he's like Asian.
I think that's the one that I'm watching because I do remember he like shows himself.
I don't
think
know. I
that's
don't
Cinema
think the guy I
Summaries.
watched showed himself.
Nerd Explains I think is who you're
Maybe.
thinking of.
I mean, I could look it up, but I don't want to just be staring at my phone.
Yeah, Cinema Summary is the one that I've been watching.
Well, 'cause
right,
Kat was
and then
doing it,
Nerd
that's why I didn't wanna
Explains
do
is
it.
the one I think you're
Maybe.
watching. I also like
Either
those.
way, hey, go check both of them out.
Yeah, they're really great actually.
I haven't watched
Yeah.
any of the
No,
Saw
Spiral.
ones,
Surprisingly,
but-
the new one, Spiral, like all the traps, beatable.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't.
They
know
they
that.
did So I watched this channel called Dead Meat on YouTube.
Oh,
He's
that's
like,
a good
yeah, they're
channel
good.
too.
I love James A. Janice. He's my fucking boy. Love that guy.
Wait, did you watch his video on the hunt?
Yes.
That one
I
was
did.
really
That was
funny.
great. Yeah. No, I love his content.
Yeah,
He's such a smart, like knowledgeable dude. He's great. But he did his most recent video was on Spiral. And he was and you know how he puts in like little like like footage of interviews with like the director, the
Right,
writer, whatever.
right. He'll have
So
like
he put
behind
it-
the scenes kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
thing.
So he put in a video of the director of Spiral explaining like, yeah, you know, like we felt that like with Saw everything after Saw 3, like it got a little ridiculous, which I
Right.
mean it did, right? But he's like, with Spiral, we wanted to kind of like keep it a grounded story and like kind of keep it back to the basics and like, but we also wanted to make every trap winnable. So like every trap that was in the fucking movie was beatable, albeit at a great loss to you. Like for instance, there was one trap in the movie. Have you guys seen Spiral?
No,
but
I wasn't gonna watch
It's
it.
Saw. I'm not. That.
It's a good. It's okay. It's not a
By
bad
the way,
movie.
it was.
Wait.
It was. Continue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So-
What I was gonna say is, though, I think
Hit start is the guy I watched.
with the point of the traps is you have to lose something to realize, like, to gain appreciation for
It's
your
either
life.
it's either that or but as Saw went on, it's more about punishment.
correct.
Yeah,
At this
correct.
point,
Because there was
It's
one. There
definitely
was
more
one
about
point where
punishment.
like some of the traps are fucking like there was that one trap. What was it?
Wait.
Bloody Angel or whatever. It's like embedded in his fucking rib cage. How
Oh,
the hell
with
were you
the,
gonna
what's her
get
name?
out of
The,
that?
the police captain.
Yeah, where she gets her like body like split open.
Yeah, like
kind
you're
of?
Yeah,
not
the Angel of
supposed
Death
to
thing.
win them at that point. Like there's one movie. Well, I mean, there's a bunch of them, but like I think one movie, literally every single trap is unbeatable in no way, shape, or form could you ever have done it.
Well,
And
because
so,
I
like,
think because the filmmakers probably realized they're like, okay, people aren't here. They're here for the fucking kills.
yeah.
Right.
Like, so
I
we got to make
really-
these things like
It's like
unbeatable.
Final
Yeah.
Destination.
I mean, like
Yeah.
the part of like I will say that like even though they stopped going with the same like ideal of like you could possibly beat them, like for a while there, Saw was literally every fucking Halloween, right? Was a new
Yeah.
Saw movie
Yeah.
for like what, like 5-6 years?
Yeah.
Like they had a fucking
They
going.
pumped
They were
them out.
making money.
They
no,
pumped
they
them
had
out.
they had a
They had
really
a thing
good run.
every time Halloween came around, people were like, "Oh, sweet, new Saw!" Like
Yeah.
they had it going. I fucking hate those Final Destination movies, by the way.
Oh,
One of
me
them
too.
scarred me as like motherfucking as a kid. The fucking roller coaster scene in the second one, the
Uh-huh.
third one, whichever one the roller coaster is like the starting off point.
Right.
As like a young child, I was like walking down to the basement because that's where like me and my sister hung out. And she was watching that movie, and I like saw the roller coaster like explode, and I was like, I'm never getting on a roller coaster.
Yeah, no, never
I got
again.
over that. Now I love roller coasters.
No,
but,
my-
like,
my-
I for years was like, no, never.
I
My
never
Final
watched
Destination
Final
trauma
Destination.
was the one. I think it was the third one where the woman is in the salon. and she's
In
getting
the
her hair done.
tanning booth.
And then
Yeah.
it no. That's
Oh.
the first one.
I was
Oh.
gonna say
This
the
is the third
escalator.
one
I thought you
where
were
she's
saying
getting her
escalator.
hair cut, and then like a bunch of crazy Rube Goldberg machine shit happens, and then she gets like 2 needles in her eyes.
Oh,
That
yeah.
fucked me up, dude, as a kid.
What?
Well, I was gonna
Or
say
no. I'm sorry. It was like no. A pebble was in like a lawnmower,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
like
just-
and then it shot out and hit her and went through her eye and like
Yeah.
took off like half her head. It was crazy.
Oh, dude, the
Yeah.
Final Destination movies are fucking brutal.
They suck. The
And-
first one's good, but like the
I
rest
think
of
the
them suck.
ending to the last one had a great ending because it loops back around to the first.
Did it?
Yeah, the last. I believe it's the last one, like the Final Destination or whatever the fuck it's called. You're watching the whole movie, and then the 2 people that like survive are on the plane from the first movie, and that's why the plane explodes is because they're on the plane.
Oh.
And then you see the kid that freaks out, and then they're like, "Huh, wonder what that's about." Oh well, and then they're just like, "Cool, we're going wherever."
Like a time loop.
yeah. Well, no, it's not a time loop. It's,
no, it
it's
just took place before the
Yeah.
first
Oh,
one.
and so
whoa,
it
whoa,
explains why the plane exploded to begin with. Is because they were on it.
I
And
understand.
That's-
then
that's
it
kinda cool.
starts the cycle.
I understand.
That's
Also,
cool.
I like how we
Yeah,
started
you know, it's
all
kind
of
of
this
crazy,
with
like how
Slender
many
Man.
like
Yeah, I
mid-tier.
I like how we didn't have this conversation on the fucking Halloween episode.
Yeah,
No,
right.
Yeah,
fuck
we
that.
had so much worse of conversations. Fucking, do you think Katara can no, Tom Ben?
Was that the Halloween?
That was
Oh my God,
that was
was so
educational.
funny. I don't
30
even care.
seconds
That
in,
is
we had
so
just
funny.
said hi, and he just.
Oh yeah, Colin started it. That's why.
Colin,
fucking put it
you
off
did
the rails
good work that
immediately.
day.
Oh,
we
thank
just
you.
had horrible conversation that
I,
time.
I,
we
I
have
actually
very much
I wanted to
different
bring it
different
back to
things.
creepypasta. I wanted to bring it back to
okay.
creepypasta.
Oh,
if
okay,
we
do it,
could.
do it, do it.
Oh yeah. Let's
Okay,
do it.
because that was like creepypasta was so fun back in the day around the time when like Slender Man
Oh yeah,
came out.
creepypasta was awesome.
Like
dude.
I didn't like horror things, but I liked creepypasta stuff. Like I
I don't
remember
think I know
you
what we're
told
talking
me
about.
a good.
You don't know
So,
what
do you know what
creepypasta is?
creepypasta is?
I don't think so.
It's like
Oh,
internet
dude,
website
it's like,
with,
yeah, it's like a website where
creepy-
people would post like short horror
So this
stories.
is that's
Oh.
where
It's like
Slender Man
Reddit, but
came
just
from.
like creepy stories,
Yeah,
kind of.
a
it's
lot
like-
of classic shit came from there. Like
Well,
It was
Candle
a lot
Cove.
of like that's where I was gonna mention that was
Candle
exactly what I was
Cove?
gonna mention
Candle
Candle
Cove
Cove
rule- oh,
because
that was
Kat
terrible.
told me about it
No idea.
when we
what
were in
that
high
is.
school.
Yeah.
Candle Cove was Can I explain it or do you want to explain it?
Yeah, but you explain it and yeah.
Okay. Candle Cove. Well, so creepypasta, like I was saying before, was just a website where where people would post like different, short or long form horror stories. Essentially, it's just like a writer's thing.
And it was usually kind of like made as a blog post of like, oh, this is actually happening.
Yeah, like
So
some
it
people
was
would put it in
always
like real time.
to-
Other people would put it as like frame narratives and stuff.
Yeah.
Like folklore.
Like there's a classic
Okay.
one. There's a classic one in terms of like stuff updating in real time called Ben Drowned.
That
remember
was
Ben Drowned?
that was the one I really
Ben
wanted to talk
Drowned
about.
is
That was
so
my
good.
favorite one.
Ben Drowned is really, really good.
Fucked me up.
So I'll explain Candle Cove and then you'll explain Ben
Wait,
Drowned.
yeah, I was gonna say I want to know about Ben Drowned.
Ben
Oh,
Drowned
yeah.
is so good. Candle Cove was essentially just this this dude who went to like a garage sale or some shit or something,
Yeah.
or like a thrift store or something, right? And he picks up these VHSs, and it's from a kids show that aired like back in the '80s called Candle Cove.
Not
where it was
VHS tapes.
Yeah, no, that's where it always starts with the fucking VHS tape.
Is
So,
Candle Cove a
it's
real-
either, it's
I don't
either,
think
it's either a
I thought it
VHS
was-
tape or an N64
No,
cartridge. That's all it is.
No. It started as an internet thread where they were like, does anybody remember the show that used to air at
Right,
Candle
right,
Cove?
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not a real show.
It's
No, it's not a real
because
show.
yeah, because they were like, oh, do you remember the show? And it was like people were like,
Yeah.
oh, I remember that. There was like this guy, and he was like a skeleton, and he'd always like be like, I'm coming for your flesh.
Yeah, and so it was
Ew.
essentially just like all these puppets that would be on the show, and like it was like a kids show, and they would like do these like wacky, weird sketches and shit like that.
Wait, so actually, because I just remembered this because this is unlocking a part of my brain. The reason that I first read this was people said that the Misadventures of
Yeah.
Flapjack was based off of that.
Is that true?
It had some similarities.
It definitely had some.
Who's
similarities.
to
Yeah,
say?
it had some
I don't know.
similarities.
But so
Fucking love
essentially,
Misfits
I
with
wouldn't
so
be
Fox.
essentially
surprised.
it was. So Mike,
Makes
essentially it was this internet thread that people were like, hey, like, do you remember Candle Cove, blah blah blah, and people would be like, oh yeah, I kind of remember, blah blah blah, whatever. So so then it would cut to this guy who was like explaining like, oh yeah, Candle Cove was like the show back in the 80s where like it was this dude in like a skeleton outfit, and he would like play and he would like do puppeteering, and like everybody, and like there was these weird puppets, and essentially just like it was like they would get into these like wacky scenarios, but it had like a very creepy vibe to it.
Yeah,
There was like a bunch of like weird shit on
and
it.
then there'd be responses like, oh yeah, do you remember there was this one weird episode where it's like, just all the puppets were just screaming.
Yeah.
It was just the whole episode they were just screaming and running
Is
back and
this
forth
like
and screaming.
hardcore? Like, is this? I guess in my brain I'm thinking of like Goosebumps, but like more streamlined and hardcore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really
it
is like
was-
Goosebumps. It's like anthology
It
stories.
was
Right,
Goosebumps for
right.
a modern day and written by different people.
and
Yeah.
more like
Graphic.
Like, yeah,
Definitely
that's
graphic.
the word,
Oh,
that's
Definitely
the
way
wow,
more
there was
graphic.
a lot of graphic ones.
So like,
Yeah.
was this just like somebody starts the story and then people just added on?
No,
to
it was
or
usually the same
okay.
author
I
all
was
the
gonna
way
say because
through.
like
But
you were
it's-
saying
so
like somebody went,
creepypastas-
oh, there was one episode where they were all screaming.
Oh,
Is that
no,
just
that's
somebody-
them.
Creepypastas generally came in two formats. It was either like a blog post where like they would update the creepypasta like every couple months, whatever, or it would be like a long form like short story kind of thing.
yeah.
Okay,
So the
the
blog
thing where
posts-
someone was like, oh yeah, the episode where they're all screaming. Is that just the same author? Or is that
Yes.
somebody adding
Same
that
author.
into
So
the
same
story?
author would
Okay.
act as multiple people
Got you.
responding
Okay.
to an internet thread.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in Candle Cove, so yeah, they would they would mention like, oh yeah, there was all these like weird fucking episodes of like puppets screaming, one puppet like died or whatever, and they like would be these weird things that would be happening on the show, and then eventually like after the author like explains all this stuff and like it gets progressively worse and worse and worse and worse until you find out that I think it was like one of the parents came on the thread or whatever.
No, somebody was like, I just asked my mom about Candle Cove. I asked if she remembered me watching this show, and
Right,
her
right.
response was, oh, you would say that. You would say that you're watching Candle Cove all the time, and then you would just sit in front of the TV and watch static for 20 minutes.
Oh, I hate
Like
it.
I just got chills right now. Like
Oh
that,
my
it's-
That was
God, that's
that was
horrible.
such a
Reveal.
good
It's
ending.
so
just like
good.
go through the whole thing, like, oh, this is weird. This is getting creepier and creepier, and just
It's just people collectively, like, unconsciously
Oh,
remembering Candle
Yeah.
Cove. And then the
that's-
one person comes in and was like, no, yeah, you were just watching static for like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's
Oh,
horrible.
it's
But,
so
like,
good.
Why would the parent just like be like, ah?
Oh,
I
like,
can't.
like,
it's
you
a-
know
it's-
what
oh,
it
you
is?
never watched
I feel like
static.
you're
I watched
fucking
Static.
But
freaking
you
me out.
know-
There's
Turn the
like there's, like,
TV
there's a
on.
little bit of like a
watched
suspension of
Static.
disbelief
You
there,
know-
definitely.
You know what I think it
Once or
lends to
twice.
though? You know what I think it lends to though of like, you know how in horror like you never want to like show the monster because in
And
your
no horror
brain.
movie ever listens to that anymore.
But you know what I mean? Like in your brain, you picture something
Your imagination's always creepier than anything.
so
someone
much
puts out.
For sure.
more horrifying. So the fact that it's like, I think the ending of the Candle Cove being like you were just sitting there watching static, for me that is deeply
It's
unsettling.
excellent. It's
Yeah.
excellent.
That
You know
got
what I mean?
that got
It
a
is
the Candle
incredible.
Cove got a TV adaptation.
It did.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
So on the
Channel
Sci-Fi
Zero?
Channel.
Channel
I
Zero?
wanted to. Was it Channel Zero?
No,
No,
yeah, no, it was Channel
Channel
Zero.
Zero?
Yeah, yeah, on the Sci-Fi. on the
I wanted
Sci-Fi
to watch.
Channel.
I think we talked about it once. We were gonna watch.
They
it together.
adapted Ben. They adapted
They did Ben
fucking. No,
Drowned?
they didn't do Ben
Oh.
Drowned. I'm
And
sorry.
they had that
They did
like
Candle Cove, and then they did something else.
They had that like horrible like teeth person.
That
where-
was yeah.
Yes.
That was the guy
Oh
who,
my
who wants
gosh.
your flesh.
Yeah.
I remember when the trailers came out for that Channel Zero. I didn't know it was based off of this, right?
Mhm.
And I remember just seeing the visual of like the teeth person, because something about it, like
It's a very striking
it.
visual.
Not only is it striking, but you don't really think of teeth as being like creepy.
Yeah.
But when you see like
Unless you see the movie Teeth.
Oh, I don't want to
stop
talk about
it.
teeth. I don't want to talk about teeth.
but like when you see somebody like a human form, but all teeth, especially when like you see the face, there's something about it that's just like this visceral disgust and just like
Yeah.
uneasiness towards it. And I remember when I first saw those, I was like, how did they come up with that visual? Because that is so unnerving to look at, because I know in my brain that like that's incorrect, you know what I mean? It's like does not compute kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, ugh, I hate it.
A lot of creepypastas were very imaginative. Like
Yeah.
they
Yes.
spawned some really good writers out of that.
Really
There-
good.
there
But
writers.
please
was some-
explain Ben Drowned,
So-
arguably the
Yes,
greatest creepypasta ever.
Yeah,
Tell me
like-
about Ben Drowns.
So Ben
Besides
Drowned.
Slenderman, arguably the greatest
Yeah.
creepypasta ever
So
written.
so Ben Drowned was, I think, just ridiculous amount of effort was put into this. Like, it was so good.
Mm.
It was a story about a guy who had gone to a what you call it, a yard sale, and found, oh man, an N64 and a copy of Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Awesome, cool, classic, throwback. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna throw it. And as
Oh no, it was Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask. I'm sorry, Majora's
Yeah,
Mask.
with
Very
the
important.
mask. Yeah.
Very important difference.
Yeah.
So the game is fucking creepy as in its own. Like, it has like really creepy elements for a kid's game.
It's so good though.
It's
It is.
very good.
Phenomenal game.
And basically, he opens the thing and he sees as he's leaving, the person's like, okay, goodbye. Then he's like, is what he thinks he hears, and he opens the game and it's got the title Ben, or the name is Ben for the save file. So he's like, oh, maybe he said goodbye, Ben. So was he saying bye to like his kid? And he's playing the game, and as he's going, it's just doing weird things. You shouldn't have done that keeps coming up, and it's like some things are going weird with the game. And how did it like really start? Do you remember like the general?
Oh, it
Just
was
of,
like,
like-
it was like one of the characters. I think it was like either Tingle
Tingle or
or
the
somebody.
mask
Yeah, or the mask
seller.
salesman was like saying like prophetic visions of like you're gonna die or something like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Mask Salesman is incredibly creepy that entire game, and he's being super vague with shit. So probably that guy.
But yeah, he
Yeah,
was
it
saying
was him.
like very prophetic, apocalyptic shit
and
like,
stuff
kinda.
that he didn't say in the actual game. So the guy's getting weirded out, and as he's going, like, it would pull him into things where he would just be drowning and dying.
Ugh.
And he connected his game to his computer so he could capture the footage.
Right.
And he shared it, and so this is where it got really well made. Is he actually made this footage in the game engine of all this stuff happening, of it saying like
Oh,
of
that's
him being trapped.
The
cool.
best creepypastas were the ones where they had like visual accompaniments.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
too,
so
because
cool.
there was very small sidetrack. There was one where some guy did a Godzilla game that was like a haunted Godzilla cartridge, and like the guy actually like developed the fucking game and like took pictures of it and like videos and stuff like that, and then like put it in the story.
You know what that makes me think of? Like the Pokemon ROM hack where it's like
Oh, Lavender
Town,
Yeah,
that one.
That's a creepypasta.
That's-
yeah, I know
Yeah.
it's a creepypasta, but that's what that makes me think of, because they like had those visuals
Yeah.
Yeah.
alongside of it.
Mhm.
I was
Sure.
never a forum kid. Like I never
Really?
really.
I
had that
wasn't
stuff.
either,
Me
but
neither, but
I was into Tumblr, and like a lot
Oh,
of
yeah, a lot
those.
you would see a lot of it
it
on
would get
Tumblr,
reblogged on
Yeah,
Tumblr
a lot
For
of
sure.
those things got posted onto Tumblr,
Yeah,
so
I
that's
never-
kind of how
I
I
never really-
absorbed the info.
I never really like got to those points. Maybe it was because like, well,
We're
no,
such a
'cause we,
normie.
well, I was gonna say maybe just because like the only computer we had was like in the main room of our
Oh,
thing.
like
But
a
like also
family
we talked about that
computer?
where like you guys had that too. So like I don't know like, or
But
were you
I-
doing that when you had your own computer?
I
This is
I
like
got
in
my
high school.
I
Yeah.
got my first
Oh.
computer when I was in 8th grade, I think.
All right. Well, I think I already had my computer by then, but I don't think I ever. I don't know. I wasn't like a forum
It was
kid.
like word of mouth, and then I would go check it out like myself.
Same.
yeah.
the
that
only
kinda
the only thing
thing.
I could think of for that is like, you know, the like videos that went around everywhere, like Two Girls One Cup, shit like that. Like that's the only thing I can
very,
think of.
very different kind of.
But no,
horror.
I know, but like I can only think of like 3 of those examples of like 3 videos that somebody mentioned that then friends of mine like went and watched. But like past that, I never really had any of that. Like let's just go on a forum and like read shit kind of stuff. It was never really something I did. So
That's fair.
But please, Colin, finish Ben
Yeah,
Drowned.
please continue.
Finish the saga.
So he records the footage and he's like, here, let me upload the footage. It's weird. This game's been acting like this. And stuff. And then the next post is like, my computer started talking to me.
I hate it.
The soul of this kid, Ben, who died, was transferred through the game cartridge to my computer because I connected them. And talks to him on, what was it? It was like...
I think it was like AOL Instant Messenger.
No, it was like an AI that would respond to you. It's like a real website.
Right.
Oh, Cleverbot or some shit?
Cleverbot. It was
Yeah,
Cleverbot.
yeah.
So still to this day, if you go ask like about Ben Drowned, it'll have that conversation with you.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That's so scary. I hate that.
Oh,
fucked
it's like this legitimately scared me. It's this really long post. It's got a couple different videos. I remember like I was playing a Legend of Zelda game at the time and I couldn't finish the game for 3 weeks.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's like if you want like a good weird like out there horror that's just unique in its own right, go read Ben Drowned.
I really like horror stories that take such like interesting liberties with like what makes something scary.
You want one? The one that really fucked me up as a kid was one called Squidward Suicide.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you know about Squidward
yeah.
Suicide? Yeah. Do you know about
That
Squidward
one got
Suicide?
me.
I think I do, but like refresh me just so I can
Okay.
make sure.
They
So,
referenced that in SpongeBob.
very sure. They did reference it in SpongeBob, which is
Wait, they
crazy to
do?
me.
Yeah,
They do,
in
They had
an
to cut the
episode a couple of
episode.
years ago, they
They had to cut the
referenced
episode
it.
because of it.
Did they really?
They cut the episode because it was too scary for kids.
It was bad, yeah.
It was
like
fucked up.
like they released it and then they cut it, or they
I
never
think
released
so.
So-
it.
No, they
Like they were
released
trying
it.
to
no.
be
It was supposed to be
hip
like a
and bring
bit
it up.
in the episode.
Okay.
So Squidward Suicide. It was about this guy who used to work at Nickelodeon. in
Oh,
the
I know
story.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. It was this guy
That's all
who
she
used to work at Nickelodeon, quote unquote.
Couldn't figure that out on
Yeah.
our own.
I know it
Squidward.
now.
Sorry, I just couldn't think of it like based off of just like that name. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
She needed
Who's
Nickelodeon.
Squidward?
Yeah.
no.
Squidward himself wrote it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So it was about this guy who in the story used to work at Nickelodeon, and in the story he was like, yeah, I was a guy who used to work on SpongeBob, and SpongeBob is like one of the biggest shows in the world now, and it's crazy, but you guys don't ever see like the amount of content that we have for these episodes. It was really kind of crazy, and you guys know how like SpongeBob had like some adult humor and stuff like that, and we would sprinkle that in and whatever, but there was one episode that none of the animators never remember doing, and it kind of just like appeared in our file like transfer system one day, and we don't know how it got there, and so we saw the episode file name and it says Squidward Suicide, and we were all like,
they didn't think that was weird because the joke was like, oh, sometimes we change the titles and we put funny little stupid
Right,
things
you
like
put
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just
like
whatever.
SpongeBob fucks or something.
Right.
yeah.
You put your
So
own.
they
But
little
yeah, so he's
funny
like, so
caption.
yeah, so
Like,
they're- So they're like, oh, we didn't think anything of it, right? Because like sometimes we do that, but then we watched the video and it was really dark and grotesque and weird, and like the dude like went so far as to animate the fucking episode and
Right.
be like, yeah, so like when I looked at the clip, this is what I saw, and it was like a video that was like very like crunchy and like really weird and like obviously like what's the right word, like
You
deteriorated.
fucking
Right,
scared me.
like- like-
Yeah. It was like very I got a little jumpy too. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
And
But it was like it was very crunchy and weird and very deteriorated. Like
Right.
it had been there for a while and like the film degraded.
and it was just Squidward crying.
Yeah.
And
Right.
And
people
it was Squidward
screaming at
crying
him,
and people screaming.
and like their eyes would get hyper realistic, and even SpongeBob and Patrick were screaming at him, which is out of character and
Right,
weird.
and it
Yeah.
was
And
just
he's
like
just-
very intense.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I remember.
And there would
that.
be these flashes,
Oh,
little
the
flashes.
flashes. Oh.
and they'd say, "What is that? Pull it back, pull it back."
Yeah,
and they'd
yeah.
go and they'd get to that exact frame, and each time it flashed, it would be a different picture of a kid being murdered. And
Yeah.
you could only see the hands of the murderer.
Yeah, and it was just like quick, like
And it was
not
the
even like a
same
full
hand
second,
every
right?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I just had Courage the Cowardly Dog
And-
as a kid. That was all I had for my creepiness.
I
Anybody
remember.
want to see the Squidward Suicide reference in SpongeBob?
Yes.
It's the
I-
it's the third one.
So Colin's just showing us this video. That's
It's
on-
the
Oh,
click
yes!
cross
I
button.
know that. I know that
God!
face.
Yeah, they had to cut
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I
I know
would
that.
be so fucking scared if I
No,
said
so
that.
That's what
I-
that's from.
I remember when I was
No, so that's them referencing.
No, I know,
referenced it,
but
yeah.
I'm saying because I've seen that face before. I
Yeah.
was just
Yeah.
saying that's
So-
what that's
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
From Squidward Suicide.
So I
There
re-
were some really fucked up
I
ones, dude.
remember I think I had seen a video about that, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I read it like in the creepypasta format, but I'm pretty sure I saw a video about it that was on YouTube. I don't know if it's still on YouTube now because this was like 10 years ago at this point. And I remember being like, this is really weird. But they went so in depth and it was so believable. And I remember finishing that video being like, I can never watch SpongeBob again. Like, it
But
was,
it's the
it
thing,
wa-
right?
Yeah.
It's like they're not real, but they're written
But-
so well.
But at the same time, it's just this like such a guttural feeling where you're
oh
like,
yeah, you got a pit in your stomach.
yeah, like where you're like, I can't, I know, like logically, I can understand that this is like made up, but the way that I'm physically reacting to this, I cannot detach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's like the best kind of like horror, right?
Oh yeah,
'Cause,
100%.
Because like you go see Halloween or whatever, and you're like, for the most part, it's creepy, but like I feel like you're never, at least for me, never left with like a sense of dread. Like at the end of like Halloween, because it's just like, all right, well,
Well, the
whatever.
first one maybe,
yeah, maybe,
but not.
but not like
Definitely
the
the
other
first
ones.
one. The first one is.
Oh, the
in
first
my,
one scared the
in
fucking
my
shit
opinion,
out
I
of me.
think the first one is so
It's a masterpiece.
First
like,
one's great.
My favorite horror movie of all
just such a feeling of someone is looking at me, but I don't know that. Like, that feeling of like someone is looking at you, but you don't see anybody around.
Or like a perfect example would be like Psycho.
Yeah.
Like the entire movie is just those like creepy angles of like.
And just like this it's like so off kilter,
yeah.
and it's like, in your brain something's wrong, but you can't pinpoint what it is, and it's like that really like uneasy, unbalanced.
Yeah, like the stuff that
feeling.
usually gets me more is usually always the uneasy shit, because like that's like all of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
Is like all that uneasy feeling of just like creepiness, like
Yeah.
that always gets me more than like the actual like
Although
horror aspect or whatever, when it's just like the murderer going through and like doing shit or like whatever. It's like the uneasy shit gets me more than like the.
But you know what also gets me is like, because I think my favorite horror movie is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Great.
Especially the OG, like the first one, I think is spectacular, and the second one I do have a lot. I like to defend the second one.
I haven't
the-
seen them in so long.
But the first one, I just watched it recently actually. But the first
Turns
one,
into a car.
even though he does convertible, but even though like you understand the concept of like your dreams being reality is ludicrous, the way that they like present Freddy Krueger as this like larger than life character and someone who can like get you even when like get you in your most vulnerable state, even if you realize this is a dream, like he's still like physically affecting you,
Mm-hmm.
something about that, especially because I watched it as when I was a kid the first time that I saw it.
Yeah.
Something about that just like stuck with me to this day, and I'm just like, I'm not fucking with that shit.
Uh,
I claim no negative energy.
Yeah.
I always thought, interestingly enough, because like whenever I think horror, my brain always goes to Courage. I don't know why, but like that's
Really?
just like that's my.
Well, it's a very formative
But like
show.
yeah, that's like my default. Like somebody mentions horror, the first picture like in my brain is something from Courage. But like the thing that always sticks with me is I always thought no matter what was going on in the episode, the creepiest parts for me were always when he went to the computer.
Oh.
Because the computer's voice is just so like
Robotic.
robotic and deadpan, but like slightly creepy, and it just like I don't know why it just
No,
every time.
It was a creepy cadence, and especially there was the episode where it literally was the villain
Yeah.
and took over Muriel.
Like because there's that one, and then the one I don't even remember the fucking like context for it, but it reminds me of the you remember when Mars attacks, when the Martians are pretending to be human, and like they're the girl and she like walks with that weird like
Yeah.
walk. One of the monsters or whatever from one of the episodes, like I remember like comes off like a ship or something, or like comes out of the desert and just walks
Return
like that.
the slab, and he's like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one. I always
King Ramsey.
and it's like
Something
awful
Ramsey.
CG.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
really bad CG.
something Ramsey, and he has like this slab that's part of his tomb.
Yes.
And
King
two
Ramses,
guys
yeah.
rob the tomb, and they get the slab, and then
Oh
King
my God,
Ramsey
yeah, that was
comes and like
terrifying. I remember
fucks
this
them
guy.
up, and then Eustace is like, "Oh, I found this on my property. It's mine now." And then he sees on TV that it's been stolen and it's worth $1 million, and Eustace is all about money, so he's like, "Oh, I'm just waiting for them to give me my check so they can get their stupid ass slab back, right?" And then the house just gets fucked up.
Right.
Yeah,
God.
no, and
It's
his
the
voice.
difference in between the animation and
That's
is
that's
so
the most
But-
unnerving part.
But the
weird.
voice is literally like when you see him on screen, he's like, "Return
Yes.
the slab, or suffer my
stop.
curse."
I wasn't
What was
allowed
the
to
one-
watch that as a kid, and I have never
Freaky
thanked
Fred?
my mother more.
Freaky Fred?
Oh,
for
yeah,
not
no,
letting,
straight up.
Because
Yeah,
people
100%.
used
I
to
was
That's
also
why
not
I'm
allowed
okay
to
with
watch
Yeah,
horror.
it,
people
but I
used
would
to talk.
sneak it.
Anthony,
No,
Anthony.
people used to talk about it, and I used to be like, "Mom, like
You know-
I'm a loser, and it's your fault."
You know
When
what
I can
scared
watch
me
it, but
though
now
the
I'm like,
most
thank God.
was always Freaky Fred, and then I felt naughty.
Mhm.
I don't know. That one didn't
Mhm.
get
What
me
the
that
fuck
much.
is Freaky Fred?
Okay, it's Muriel's cousin who comes
Yeah.
to visit, and he's like a barber obsessed with shaving things and people and animals. And he just has. Can you just show Anthony Freaky
Yeah.
Friend?
But
He
The
has
one-
this smile that's like the Joker.
yeah, it's
And the way he talks is one in
Oh
rhymes,
yeah, I remember this guy.
and there's like children's like lullabies playing in the background every time he talks, and it's just really horrible. And then he's shaving Courage, and there's also this like, in my opinion, weird undertone of like pedophilia involved with it, and I'm like,
no, Courage
Don't
Coward the
like
Dog
it.
entirely why I'm okay with horror now.
one that-
shit
yeah.
just made me used to it.
What was the one? Because I always forget its name. But the one that really fucked me up as a kid. Because I used to sneak watching Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Right.
I was also not allowed to watch it growing up. But the one that really fucked me up as a kid was the floating white head with like the black lips. Do you
The
guys remember?
moon? The
it would
moon?
appear. Yeah, it would appear in like
Yes.
his basement.
Yes.
Do you remember what? Do you remember? I
No,
always
I don't
forget
think I
what his name
remember.
is.
I cannot remember, but I know exactly.
It was like
what you're
pale
talking
white
about.
face, black.
But it was
eyes,
like
black
it
lips.
was like a real face,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Wait, was it in his basement or was it like?
I like how you
Wait, it was like a live
weren't
action
allowed to
face,
watch
wasn't
it,
it?
and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
almost
Yeah, yeah. Right,
watch
Anthony?
What sounds? Because I haven't seen any of these. Like the worst fucking.
Oh, yeah,
one.
100 billion
It,
percent.
it was like live.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
live
And that's
action
your
face.
Yeah, it was
punishment
live
for
action.
going
Yeah, that was live
against
action.
your
Exactly.
parents.
There we go.
Ugh.
Wait,
I don't
show
want
me,
to see it.
show me,
I'm
show me,
not-
show me,
I'm
show
not
me.
Yeah,
doing
no.
this one.
Oh god, I hate it.
Yes.
It's not that. It's
horrible.
cat.
It's,
cat
it's
cat-
really not creepy.
No.
Cat, it's not bad.
It's
I
not.
swear.
I don't believe you,
Cat,
No,
I
it
swear.
seriously
Anthony,
isn't.
you wouldn't lie to me.
Cat. It's not bad.
It's not that bad.
It's
Cat.
not that bad.
I hate that.
Yeah, but it's not that bad.
I hate
You're
it.
kidding me.
But when you're like 6, 7 years old,
Yeah.
you're just like, no.
Oh, that scared the shit
I'm
out
turning
of me.
24 next month, and it's still horrifying. So
Scared
no.
the shit out of me.
Spirit of the Harvest Moon.
That's what it was. Spirit of the Harvest Moon.
Oh god, dude. Fucking love. I want to rewatch Courage so bad. Is
So
it
do
on
I.
on
anywhere?
HBO Max.
I don't know.
Fuck yes.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Rewatching Courage
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna
Cowardly
watch
Dog
that.
when I get a chance.
So am I.
Yeah.
I love that show.
So good,
So good.
dude. I 100% give all of the credit to not being like affected by horror movies to that show because that show
Really,
just, like,
I'm still
Deeply
affected
traumatic
by.
as a kid.
I'm still affected by horror movies, but I did really enjoy Courage as a kid.
Well, because like I think Courage does horror in like the best way because it's not about jump scares. It's
Yes.
all about the unease.
Yes, which is why I'm such an uneasy person now. So
I didn't even watch this shit. I'm uneasy.
Maybe you might have been better if you did.
No, I would have been way worse.
I think it made me better.
nah.
Did it?
Yeah.
If anything,
There are other reasons I'm awful.
like there's this I don't know why I remember this, but there's this one episode where like Eustace has this briefcase because his brother's passed away, right? He has this briefcase and he's like, I know there's money in this briefcase, and they don't open it for basically like half the episode, and then finally they open it and it's just these horrible long nail like finger hands, like giant hands come out of it and just go and swallow him into it. And something about that visual of the hands, I was like, I gotta go. I can't-
I'm out of here.
You know what? Wait. Sorry, it's a quick tangent. Because you said hand, so it just triggered me. And being
Twitches
tiny-
with the hand.
No, but
Oh.
what makes me uneasy is fucking salad
that's a
fingers.
Ugh. No, absolutely.
Rusty spoon.
His voice and the sound
What are we
salad
doing?
fingers. You don't know salad fingers.
I remember people really liking
Oh,
salad
I've
fingers,
never
and
seen
somebody
salad
showed it
fingers.
to me,
Oh
and
my
like
God.
I watched
I
the
was-
beginning of it. I was like, what the?
I
I've
was
never seen
forced to watch this,
Yeah.
and it's still
I
getting.
I've never
stumbled-
seen it.
No, stop. I
Can
stumbled
you just
upon it.
play
I'm
his
pulling it, I'm
voice
pulling
for
it.
Yeah.
like the tiniest? Because
Like,
I
just
can already
a
hear him, so
snippet.
it's not
Would
gonna
you say that's
affect
the
me.
most fucked up video you've ever seen? Because I know the most fucked up video I've ever seen.
No,
not
I
that
wouldn't
fucked
say
up.
it's the
It's
most
just
fucked
weird.
up. It's just
It's just
It's
off-putting.
very like uneasy.
wait. Do you have it?
Keep.
The video?
Yeah. Oh, I guess. No,
Just play like a couple seconds just
Just
so
like
you can
2
hear.
seconds.
Have you guys ever seen I Feel Fantastic?
Yeah. No.
Um.
Or maybe.
Well,
I've
Colin-
That's
forgotten
one of the
about
most
it.
Colin's
fucked
pulling
up
this
things
up.
I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's
Is it like? Is it similar to What's the one? Don't touch me, I'm
Which-
scared.
Okay, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. That's it off. No more. Like, there's just
it's just discomfort.
if watch an episode like when you go home.
It's a series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a
Wait,
bunch
did
of
you watch
episodes.
Don't touch me, I'm scared?
Yeah, I love
Don't
those.
hug me, I'm scared.
Yeah, don't hug me.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
those.
Yeah.
I love Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Oh,
They're
I
so
hate
good.
Don't hug me, I'm scared.
Really?
No,
I didn't
you
think
guys
that
gotta
was
watch I
creepy.
Feel Fantastic. Can you Google I Feel Fantastic right
Wait,
now?
you don't need to. Is it a video?
Yeah.
Okay, just show me a visual real quick.
Yeah, I just want to see if I've.
It's fucked up.
But like, Salad Fingers, I feel like came out around the same time as like.
Oh, yeah, that's it,
as-
alright.
What is it? Fucking Charlie the Unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, around
Very
that time.
early.
it came out
Get it
around-
away
Oh,
from me!
no, no, no,
Get
no,
it
no,
away
no,
from
no,
me!
no,
Oh
no,
my
no,
God.
no, no,
Oh
no,
my
no,
God.
no, no, no,
It's
no,
Oh my
paused. It's
God.
paused. It's paused. It's a
looks-
mannequin.
It's a mannequin.
No, but what the mannequin
Oh,
does.
Oh my
No,
god.
it's already
okay,
scary
I'm
and
looking at
nothing
the
has
mannequin and
happened.
it's horrible. That's horrible. I
I
don't
don't
like
want to see
it.
that
Oh my
mannequin
god, I
doing
just had
it fucking
I just had a
anything.
sense of dread watching
Oh
over
my
me.
god, the
I guess I just won't
mannequin.
watch this.
Okay, for
Oh,
the
you
audio
shouldn't
listeners,
watch that. It's a
the
cursed
mannequin
video.
is just weirdly lifelike, but also devoid of all human attachment.
What are you talking about? That?
Yes.
It's a mannequin, but with blonde hair.
In a very nice cardigan
yeah,
sweater.
very
No.
nice cardigan.
Fuck that cardigan. That's horrible.
You should hear its voice. Can we play its voice?
No,
real quick?
Oh
no,
my
no,
God,
no,
stop.
no,
But
It's
no,
probably not
no,
gonna pick up on
no.
the mic anyway. So.
Okay, just
Yeah,
play.
but it doesn't matter. I just wanted- I wanted them to
Okay,
hear
okay,
it.
play it, play.
All right, fine.
Play
go for
the
it.
voice. Play the
Okay.
voice.
You cool, cat?
Okay,
Just go
play
for it.
Hey,
I'm
who's
scared.
that?
It sounds like Daft
Sounds like-
Punk.
Sounds like Miku.
It sounds like
kinda
weird
does.
Daft
That's
Punk.
me, Miku.
Oh, and it's standing up.
Okay, I'm
oh.
not scared
Oh.
anymore. I feel better. I actually
Yeah,
feel
I
better
feel-
now.
the voice
now
made
that I
me
was
feel
like,
better.
oh, it's kind of like a vocal.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I hate the voice.
The
No.
voice
I-
made me feel better.
Yeah,
it made
no,
me think
I
of
have
Taylor
actually-
Swift. I don't know why.
I'm actually glad that we played that.
Okay.
I feel better.
Just some because you know what it was is that like up close shot of just the face and it's like
It's,
Yeah, really-
it's
it
your
really
brain.
hits you with,
I
like-
was picturing or like imagining something way worse than when that was actually just played, and I was like, oh,
yeah, but
This is
when
No,
Okay.
but it like starts moving and
oh
dancing.
no, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
the worst.
But like,
I
I
too-
feel better.
It sucks.
I too am not gonna watch it. But that short snippet, I was just like, I can handle this.
But like, cause Salad Fingers, like Charlie the Unicorn, shit like
Charlie
that.
the
Charlie
just
the
like-
Unicorn's
No,
funny.
no, I'm not saying
Scary.
I'm not saying it's scary, but I'm saying like that era,
Yeah.
like just like those YouTube videos.
Remember
Right.
muffins?
Yes.
Remember muffins?
Yeah.
Israeli-Palestinian conflict muffins.
Shoes.
Blood.
But yeah,
Let's
shoes.
get some shoes.
Yeah.
She's the same guy.
Oh my god, what
Ed-
an
Ed's World.
iconic moment.
Did anybody here watch Ed's World?
Charlie.
Or what about fucking llamas
me.
with hats?
Yeah.
Remember
Yes.
llamas with
I
hats?
remember that.
Carl, you
That was-
can't kill people.
That was around the time of How to Be Gangsta.
Yes.
Oh my
god.
god. How to be gangsta.
How to
Holy
be
shit,
gangsta,
that's a blast
how
from
to
the
be
past.
emo, and then how to be nerd.
No, there
Yeah,
was
How to Be a
there,
Nerd.
but
Wow,
there
I
was,
totally forgot about those.
there was something else in between that. I can't remember what it was.
Well, the same era also as like narwhals.
Ninja,
and,
Ninja,
like,
How to Be Ninja.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, how to be
Yeah.
ninja.
Oh,
that
what
was, like,
iconic
same
moments.
Sarah is like all those fucking like earworm songs like narwhals and
Yes.
Yeah,
Badgers,
Narwhals,
Yeah.
narwhals
yeah,
living
swimming
in the ocean.
Just like
Yeah.
general beginning of YouTube when that stuff was then immediately accessible to the general public and you didn't have to go to like weird websites
But
to
what I
find
did
it.
Yeah.
enjoy is
Yeah.
I feel
What about like
the-
Smosh?
I feel
Yeah,
like
like
the
early
beginning
Smosh
of
food
YouTube
battle.
was just
Dixon
like
cider.
Dixon's
all
Cider?
memes, no substance.
Oh yeah.
Yes, people
Yeah.
were learning.
Let me
Now
tell you
that's
guys
only a
something.
small
Let me tell you guys
portion of
something real
YouTube.
quick. Smosh now kind of rules. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
yeah.
I
didn't watch
resubscribed.
Wait,
I
does
resubscribed
Smosh
to
still
Smosh.
exist?
Yeah, no. So Anthony's
know
not
about
there
them is
anymore.
that
Yeah,
they
I
do-
know
yeah.
Anthony has
But
his
they
own
have
channel.
this. They have their own like try not to laugh thing, And like
That's the only
cast,
thing I know about it.
the cast of Try Not to Laugh is like has so much chemistry, and they are so just naturally funny that it's genuinely surprising. Like I try to watch it every because they have a new Try Not to Laugh every 2 weeks. I don't really
Right.
watch their like regular content.
Right.
I just watch like the Try Not to Laugh stuff. But like half the cast is from Disney's So Random. Do you remember
Oh,
So Random?
wow,
really?
No.
Yeah, half the cast
Wait,
is from
what's
there.
so random?
Wait,
That
I
was the
actually know
Demi
what you're talking
Lovato
about.
show.
They're
The Shane Top.
they're roommates. Him
Yeah,
and
Shane Top and
She was
Damien,
on like
yeah.
a like a comedy.
I actually do know what you're
skit
talking
They
show.
are
about.
so
It's
funny.
always
I've
Sunny?
seen that because
No,
I
it's
can't remember
Sunny with a
what
Chance.
his name is.
Sunny
but
with a
there's
Chance?
this one
Yeah,
guy
the
that
show
like
was
guest
called
starred on it.
So
So
Random.
random. And then when she
Oh,
left,
Matthew
they renamed
something.
it So Random.
I
It was
didn't
him.
know
It was the
that.
guy and the girl, right?
Yeah.
No.
Neato.
Demi
I'm sure
Lovato
they've had a
also
ton of people.
Yeah,
now
they've had a couple people.
I hate Demi
Lovato also
Lovato.
now is doing a fucking Aliens Are Real show.
Demi
No,
Lovato
she
can
is-
burn.
No, it's
Oh, wow.
they,
Oof,
right? It's
damn.
they.
Is it?
Yes.
I
They
think
are-
so.
I don't know.
they
I've
are
only
dead
called her
now.
by. I've only called them
I-
by.
I
their
don't
name.
Demi
know.
Lovato
Burn.
identify her.
No,
Their
'cause
pronouns are.
I
they, them.
was more asking for myself because I just said
Oh.
Yes,
she.
it is they,
but
them.
yeah,
Yes.
because
She-
I don't.
They identify as they.
I don't
they
pay
do-
attention
yeah.
like to any of that. I'm barely on social media, so I don't really see any of this. But Liz had told me, like, Liz came into my stream and had told me that Demi Lovato came out to say that saying aliens was a derogatory.
You
Yeah.
should
I-
call
I-
them
I-
extraterrestrials.
I was about
Extraterrestrial.
to say,
Yeah.
I
And that's
just
the only thing I
Googled
know
her.
about them
That's
is that they said
stupidest
that.
fucking
yeah.
shit I've ever
Neil,
seen in
Neil
my life.
deGrasse Tyson baffled by Demi Lovato saying aliens is derogatory term.
Oh, and then
I-
they also
Those things we don't
tried
know
to-
exist. I mean, they do.
Wait,
but,
they
like,
tried to
They
get
do, but
like a yogurt shop in
Oh,
trouble.
canceled.
Yeah, because they
For
had
being
like
diet culture.
yeah, because they had like no sugar or something for
No, they
diabetics.
they
something
had
like that, right?
gluten-free options.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
They're so annoying.
Because
No.
they said it was for diet culture, and then they were like, "We're just giving options to like people."
My main problem with Demi Lovato is that they insert themselves in so many things that one, they don't need to be a part of, and two, they know so little about that I'm like, you're just playing yourself. You're writing your own comedy.
Okay, wait. So I have a
And
question.
I don't think we
joke
need
is
to be
you.
bashing Demi
See,
Lovato.
no. I just have a question.
They've done some.
They've
that
done some
whole
out-of-pocket
situation.
stuff.
No,
with
I'm
with the
not
yogurt
saying
stuff
I disagree or
was
agree with
very
any of their
annoying.
shit, but I'm just saying.
I have a question for Sage because you seem to know like more
Yeah,
about this.
Hey, you have your
Do-
finger on the pulse of pop culture.
Do you think that they're doing this to stay relevant, like
Yes.
in a bad way, or do you think that they're doing it because they have a platform and they're trying to do good,
No.
and then they just don't know much about it, so they get in trouble, kind of
let's
thing?
be honest. When is the last time Demi Lovato has put out an album? I would
I don't
say
know.
4 or 5 years
I
ago.
have no idea.
Was it a thing she wanted to do or like
They.
Disney contracted? Sorry, they
No,
wanted to do.
because Demi Lovato has not been a part of Disney for at least 10
A
years
while.
now.
yeah,
Oh,
they
And-
put out their music afterwards.
Bare
I'm looking
minimum.
now.
No, Demi Lovato used to have a contract with Disney to do music with Disney. Then they left Disney and they started pumping out their own music, but
That was the
originally,
Yeah.
Yo, Selena Gomez still puts out albums and they still kind of bang.
yes, correct.
Oh, yeah, their last album was this year.
What album was that?
Dancing with the Devil. The
Alright,
Art of
so-
Starting Over.
It's her.
They're
Okay.
still
It's
doing
their.
Before that was 2017, and before that
It was
was
their.
Okay,
It was their
so-
like comeback album after the whole
Which
heroin
got-
overdose.
Yeah, 'cause I
Which
just
got no
wonder-
promotion then.
I just
because don't
wonder
remember that.
if they're trying to do good, like, but it's just stuff they don't know about, so like they're not
I think the
doing
main,
it right, or if it's bad and they're just trying to stay relevant.
Like,
Like,
I'll
that's
be
what
honest.
I wonder.
I remember. I think this was a year or two ago at the Grammys. Demi Lovato had this like comeback performance at the Grammys. It was like of their new single. It was a live performance. It was super powerful. It was amazing, and I was like, you know what, good for you. Like, it was post like the overdose situation, and they were in rehab, and kind of trying to get it back on their feet. And I was like, you know what, this is really great for you. I'm glad that you're picking yourself back up and you're showing that you can overcome just about anything, all that jazz. And then after that performance, they started doing all this out-of-pocket shit, and they were like the Froyo thing, the extraterrestrial thing.
That was uncalled for. The
That-
Froyo thing. This is
It
like
really
a
was.
local business.
But I
just trying to,
remember,
like,
I
make
think
ends
even
meet.
before that, there's this very I guess infamous case of someone on Instagram who does pencil drawings of their favorite celebrities mixed with mythological creatures had done one of Demi Lovato quite a few years back now at this point, of Demi Lovato as a mermaid. and it was a beautiful drawing, like just gorgeous, so well done. And they posted it onto their Instagram being like, you know, Demi Lovato inspires me, blah blah blah, bullshit, right? And then Demi Lovato responds being like, this is such a great drawing, but my body does not look like that, and I don't know why you feel the need to make me look like that. This is unrealistic beauty standards.
Like, as in with a mermaid tail?
Or because she thinks that they drew her hotter, them hotter than they are.
They made the body proportions obviously different, but at the same time, it's like, this is just someone who's your fan.
You really like take the fucking compliment.
You know what I mean? And
So someone drew a mermaid.
That's
Yeah.
my
Fa-
beauty
with your
standard
face.
that I'm gonna live up to. I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna see that drawing and be like, man, I can never look like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
you're
it
right. You
pisses
can't
me
look like a
off when,
mermaid.
Like somebody does something like that, like
and
they took their they put their the manpower and like they spent like hours
Several
on
hours, yeah.
and then you're just like, great and all,
Demi
but like
Lovato
this isn't what
gets
I am.
themselves
Like,
into such constant beef with other people that it's just ridiculous. Like when Kesha was having her very famous legal battle with Dr. Luke, who is a known scumbag,
yeah, asshole.
Taylor
Someone
Swift.
tell Kim Petras, please.
Taylor Swift quietly donated money to Kesha to help her fund her legal battle, which was going on for quite a while at that point.
Yeah, it was like 2 years.
yes,
It was a while.
Quietly donated quite a good amount of money.
Yeah, for all the shit Taylor Swift gets, she's like cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's really
and
cool.
Demi Lovato then inserts herself into Taylor Swift quietly donating money to Kesha to fund her legal battle, being like, feminism is speaking out about X, Y, and Z, and not just unpublicly donating money.
Yeah, but that's so
And
dumb.
It's
because,
not
like,
about Taylor
didn't-
Swift.
Yeah,
Like,
Taylor
it's about
Swift
Kesha.
didn't
Like,
want
Right.
the
And
publicity
then-
of being like, wow, I'm so good
Yeah,
and
really,
gave
she-
you
Being
this.
a
like-
good person
Yeah.
is about doing something and not getting the recognition
literally, the
for
whole
Yeah.
it.
point was about
Wow.
helping Kesha. Like, it's about Kesha.
And then Demi Lovato also had tweets of being like, feminism is about going onto Twitter at, you know, like XYZ hour o'clock and saying whatever the F you want. And it's like, great,
I
you
think-
can do whatever you
How did we get
I don't
here?
think that's
I don't
feminism.
know.
I think that's just like being an internet troll on Twitter at 4 a.m.
I think that's my main problem with Demi Lovato is they're such a, in my opinion, obvious troll with how they behave. And I'm like, you have such a large platform and you very obviously stand for a lot of things. So why not use that in a positive way?
My hope
That's
is
the
just
thing,
that
too.
they're just doing it.
They're making
wrong.
but in my opinion, they're making a mockery out
Yeah.
of
The situation.
labeling themselves
Yeah.
in the way that they do.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with them pretty much with everything, like politically. Like,
Right.
they've taken a lot of stances that I agree with.
Right.
It's just the way they go about it.
The presentation is awful.
The presentation is not great.
Right.
You know, like with the whole Taylor Swift thing, right? Like Taylor Swift, I feel like is someone who, and I don't want to compare the two because they're two different people,
Right.
and they aren't like in any way similar. They're their own people, but like Taylor Swift, I feel like is someone who is very much in touch with their fame. You know what I mean? Like they know the amount of influence they have over people.
Right.
Like they know. Oh.
I didn't say it.
I silenced it. It would have been blaring the friggin'.
Just so you realize nobody would have heard that unless Anthony went, oh. So.
You don't think it would have picked
No,
up?
you
no,
made.
It was pretty
not,
loud.
it definitely did not.
You made a thing. You were
Yeah.
like,
100% would have just gone without being noticed.
Fucking demon voice
Now
over here.
everyone knows.
but
Yep.
Taylor Swift, I feel like is someone who's very in touch with their fame. Like they know
Yeah.
the amount of influence.
By the way, I remember how we got here.
Okay.
Needed to figure out how we got here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember how we got here. It started from Smosh.
That makes only
They
one of
started
us.
from
Yeah,
Smosh.
it's
Line.
Like yeah, but they know the amount of influence
Right.
they have over their fans and and people and stuff like that. So you know, doing the whole quietly donating thing, like staying out of the public eye, because she knew, right? Taylor Swift knew that, like, you know, oh yeah, if she came out and said, "Hi, I'm publicly I'm donating like $2 million for Kesha's legal fund," she knows that the attention would only be on her and
Right.
not on
It's-
Kesha.
then it wouldn't
Like
be
it's
about
Kesha. It's about her, you know, getting justice for the injustices that have been, you know, put onto her and all the shitty things that Dr. Luke did. But like Demi Lovato coming out and being like, you should have told everybody and like, you know, said everything and you know, not been like so, you know, shady about it. Like that's just not cool.
But that's what, like, I guess because obviously, like I said, I don't really pay attention to any of this if I don't know about it unless someone tells me about it. Like, that's like my hopes is that they're not inherently bad, that they're just because they're so passionate about what they think that Taylor Swift should be like, fuck you, Dr. Luke, like, you fucking suck, like, I'm giving Kesha like money to battle you because you're a fucking asshole, like, thinks that that's what
But the
Taylor
only
Swift should be
person
doing.
Taylor Swift will ever do that to is Scooter Braun.
Well, yeah. So like that's what I guess my hopes is that
no
Demi
idea what's going
Lovato
on.
isn't trying
Wait,
to do
wait.
it to be
Absolutely.
bad, but like, I guess we'll never
can
know.
Can I tell you some like hot gossip that you will know about?
Is this
Spill
is this
this
about
tea.
to is this about to be K-pop discussion
No, no,
for
no,
20
not-
minutes
not
where no one
K-pop.
says anything?
Not K-pop.
No, we talked
But-
about K-pop earlier.
Not K-pop, but the hot news on town right now is that Travis Barker just proposed to Kourtney
It's a
Kardashian.
Really?
Yeah, something
And
that
she
Scott
said-
couldn't do after 11
And-
years.
Oh my
What?
god!
God,
I
wow.
low key am so mad at Scott Disick right now because I'm like, you had so many motherfucking chances. You have 3 kids with this woman. She gave you multiple opportunities to hop up in there and propose to her and marry her, and you did not do it because you want to go around fucking 19-year-olds. Now you're gonna be up in the corner crying about her being engaged to Travis Barker?
Who's awesome.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Great guy.
That dude
Travis
just
Barker, drummer, Blink-182.
What?
Oh.
What-
Wait, is he the one that chases aliens?
No,
No, that's Tom DeLonge.
That's the old
What?
That's who we're seeing on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Travis
Tra-
Barker's
Travis
just
Barker.
so A1. He's
No,
just
yeah, he's just
not,
a really
he's
talented
just
drummer.
minding his own business, not
me-
causing any
Not
trouble.
a
Not only
problematic,
is he
cool
not
guy.
causing his own business, he's just
Causing his own business.
He
Not
doesn't
only is
cause
he
any
not-
of his business.
None of his business is being
None
caused
of
by
it.
himself.
None.
None of it whatsoever.
Not only does he not like start shit, he just goes out to like different punk bands. Is like, yo, let me get featured on your song and let me just promote the shit out of
Let
you
me
guys.
just blow you up.
Let me
Cool
blow you
dude.
the fuck up. He's super cool.
No,
dude.
he's so
Dude
fucking awesome.
survived a plane crash.
Yeah.
And
Sure
did.
let it be known that Kourtney Kardashian is the person who got him to get onto another plane after that.
He got on a plane.
He got on a plane
That's oh my
for
god.
this woman.
Wow.
Damn.
That was
That's
big.
love.
He didn't.
That
After
is
That's
love.
13
love right
years
there.
of not going
yeah,
on planes.
For anyone who
Wow.
doesn't know, he didn't get on a plane after that because he was terribly
Terribly
Because
drunk.
didn't
And
everybody
he-
except for him pass?
Everybody except for him passed, including 2 of his closest friends.
Right.
You know.
And so he just
He was the sole survivor.
I believe. I don't know.
because it was
I think he
it was
was.
You
like
could look
a
it up.
private
I
jet
can.
type deal.
Holy shit, I didn't know
Give me a
that.
second.
Right.
I'm just saying,
but
you,
no,
sometimes you do it, and
he
then I'm just
has
like, you have a
not been
computer.
this man's has not been on a plane
Oh, that I
for
knew. That I knew.
13 years.
Yeah, Blink
And
182 would
then
only play shows
I
that
think
they
it was
could get
this
to by
past
boat.
summer. This was literally
So they
like
stopped doing international tours?
headline
No,
news.
he would just take a boat.
Headline news that Travis Barker got on another plane for Kourtney Kardashian or because of her.
I've never really been a
Crazy.
gossip person.
Okay, but gossip is so
Killed
fun.
4.
You don't like fun. You hate fun
I just don't
You
give a
are
shit
a
about
fun
people's
sucker.
business. Why should I care?
because it's entertaining.
But like, cause I like to think that like, if I was like ever famous, right? Like if this was happening to me, I'd be unbelievably annoyed.
Yeah, that's why you're not famous.
But no,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like,
There
But
was
like
one.
you
There was
can't
one
be
other
famous
survivor of the
and
plane crash.
avoid that.
no,
Yeah,
I
you
feel
totally
like that's
can.
bullshit. I feel like you should be able to
No, you
have
totally
like
can avoid it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
like,
could be
Daniel
Keanu
Day-Lewis.
like, dude, if somebody
You
is
could be
absolutely
Keanu
in my
Reeves.
face about
Yeah,
that shit,
Keanu
I'd be like,
Reeves.
fuck
Look
off.
at the
Like,
Keanu Reeves, Daniel Day-Lewis, fucking The Weeknd.
The
We know
Weeknd?
nothing about The Weeknd.
Yeah, like,
Oh my God,
I just
love
like.
The
I guess
Weeknd.
I don't know anything about anybody, so I just assumed that like.
But like my
everybody would
point
know.
is like that would annoy the shit out of me. So I've never cared about gossip because like it would annoy me. So I don't want to be invested in any of their shit because like that's their own fucking
That's
private
fine.
business.
But like, point here, you would care if any of us were telling you like something about our lives.
Yeah,
But because I'm
something
friends with
scandalous.
you. But like that's why like
no,
I
there's
don't
a
know
difference. He's
them.
right. There's a difference.
I think
I
he-
understand
wait,
that
wait,
obviously
wait.
I'm
I
not
wouldn't want
friends
like
with
random
them.
fucking people knowing my dirty laundry. You
You're
know what I
saying
mean?
guess.
you're
Like,
saying you've never talked about some gossip of stuff going on with like Rooster Teeth cast members?
Ooh,
What like
putting the
when
heat on
I'm
God.
not gonna
Got him.
bring up a name, but
Got
like
him.
that. But that's not even gossip. That's like factually, hey, this dude's being arrested.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
Oh,
Oh,
the
then I have
tea.
no idea what you're talking about.
I was just talking
Yeah,
about in
but
general.
that's the same
Oh, not really.
shit.
I feel like
It's
you have.
factual.
No, like I mean, I guess like at one point it'd be like, oh hey, I found out like Gavin's dating Meg. Be like, oh, cool.
Okay, but that was
Yeah.
like 10 years
No,
ago.
but what
my
I'm saying,
guy.
what I'm saying is like,
Put a ring on
no,
it.
what I'm saying is like the
Hot
extent.
news.
yeah, my guy.
No, what I'm saying is at the time when I
Breaking
was
news.
when I was like big into Rooster Teeth, like like at the time, I guess the furthest I would go would be like, oh, I just found out about this,
Right.
and like, but like, I don't really like getting into like.
You don't like celebrity drama.
It's just not
Oh
something
my
that.
god,
like,
I love drama. It's
no,
so fun.
it's just like because
I'm not a big
I
drama
fucking
guy
I
either.
hate drama.
I
hate
don't
drama
go
with a passion.
looking
I don't
for it,
do
but
it.
I don't go
like
looking
how
for it
Sage
either.
just went and told us, I'm like, tell me more.
Right?
Like
No, but
I
that's-
want to
no,
know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Because like I don't go looking for it, but when I'm told it, I revel in it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly,
I
that's how I am.
revel in
That's
it.
like-
Especially for this wonderful news for Travis Barker, and he's getting married to this woman who's
That's that.
filthy, stinking rich. Good for him.
That's why I said it, because I knew you would appreciate the news.
Yeah, I
Well, it's
do.
not like he's not filthy. stinking
Also-
rich.
Oh yeah, no,
also-
but it's
also
just
wait.
like this guy's not marrying this woman. And it's like, bruh,
Colin,
Bruh.
Colin.
the Kardashians.
Colin. Okay, so Travis Barker's kids all congratulated him on the engagement on their Instagrams or whatever, and then his ex-wife removed every photo of her and her kids from her Instagram.
Shut the fuck
Bruh.
up.
The ex-wife is fucking salty as shit, let me tell you. Like,
How long have they been divorced?
I don't know.
Sorry,
Look
I
at
thought you
All
were
right,
informed.
you were the
enough.
expert on this one,
Sorry,
Sage.
I don't know
I don't know why you
everything.
just got so
Yeah, really,
angry
like,
with
Jesus
me.
Christ.
I don't
I
know.
Hold on, you want to
fucking-
put a target on my back and shoot me? Like,
I don't
God.
fucking know.
My
I'm
lord.
sorry.
They were married from which one are we talking? We're talking.
Which one?
The blonde one.
He had two.
The blonde one.
Shanna Mokler.
Yes.
2004 to 2008. So it's
She's
been
still salty.
a while. Yeah.
Wait
and
a
Girl,
second.
it has
There's
been
other-
over
What's the other
10
one?
years.
Wait, what's the other
and
one?
then
What's the other one?
the other one was Melissa Kennedy from 2001 to 2002.
Oh, he married a Kennedy.
No matter who the fuck it is, they gotta
So
move
the
on.
Shanna Mokler, that's the one that he had the kids with. But if they got divorced in 2008 and he's getting engaged to Kourtney Kardashian
No, it's
in
been over a decade.
2001,
Like, let's
Yeah.
chill out here.
like,
Good for him.
Girl.
I see why his kids were like, yeah, good job.
his
Happy
kids
you're-
are adults.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I would
But his one kid's a model. The
like,
kid,
it
the
would
older
make
boy
more
is a
sense
model.
if Kourtney Kardashian's kids were upset because they're all children.
Yeah.
Like, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whose dad never, proposed to him after
Yeah.
11 years
And
of
Scott
dating.
Disick is out here just like fucking holding his limp dick in his hand, crying in the corner.
Aw.
Is he mad about it?
Allegedly.
They dressed up as Nancy and Sid Vicious for Halloween.
Let me see.
Wait, let me see.
Didn't Sid Vicious kill Nancy?
I don't know. I don't. Sid Vicious is
I'm
also. a
pretty
piece of
sure
shit.
Sid Vicious killed Nancy.
I don't-
Sid Vicious is also a piece of shit.
Sid
I-
Vicious
I
is a
have
terrible
no
piece
idea
of
who
shit.
that is.
He's the lead singer of the Sex Pistols.
Sure.
Just kidding. The guitarist of the Sex Pistols. No, he
Yeah.
was the lead singer, right?
I think he was.
Are you talking
He
about
was
wait?
just-
This somebody committed murder?
Yeah,
don't-
Sid Vicious killed his girlfriend, I think.
Did he?
I think he.
I don't know.
I think
too-
he killed Nancy.
all I know
I
about
thought
Sid
it's
Vicious is he's a piece of shit.
allegedly.
I thought he
Allegedly. We don't want to get sued out here.
Yeah,
You're right,
I have
you're
no
right.
idea.
But
what
again,
we're
I don't
talking
know
These
about.
are
people's
all
dramas,
alleged
so
statements.
It might be like known. I don't know.
Yeah, he was charged.
Oh
with
yeah,
murder.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Sid
see,
Vicious.
like it's not
charged
alleged
with murder.
anymore. Like,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
real.
Sid Vicious killed
Yeah.
his fucking girlfriend. He's a piece of
Yikes.
shit.
Yeah, this was also like 40
It was like back in
years
the
ago.
70s. Yeah.
Big yikes.
Yeah, this was in the 70s. So
So to say, like, weird couple's costume dressing up as murderer and victim. Like,
well, it's a
You know?
Halloween costume.
Yeah, no, that's totally normal.
He's
Like,
also a
people
punk
do-
guy. He's also a
people do
punk
shit like that
icon.
all the
Yeah,
time.
People dress up as like
Bonnie
fucking
and
Michael
Clyde?
Myers and like
yeah,
the-
but
Wait,
that's movie
wait,
characters.
wait, wait,
Those
wait.
are real people.
Hold,
like,
hold. People dress up all the time. Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde had a notoriously bad relationship.
or
Did they really?
Clyde
Yeah.
literally the whole time just abusing Bonnie, and Bonnie would just come crawling
she was also
back to
cheating
him.
on her husband with him or some shit.
holy shit, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
no, it's
Yeah, that's, the Bonnie and
scandalous.
Clyde's like a whole thing. But like
Yes.
also people dress up as like fucking Kennedy with his brains blown out. So like,
Oh, they
Yeah,
sure do.
Jackie and Kennedy.
Which is also
Yeah,
a
so,
weird
like-
costume choice, I think.
but like what I'm saying is it's Halloween. People do whatever the fuck they
I
want.
know, but I'm just
Like,
saying, like,
There was a really good.
Nancy and Sid Vicious? Like,
I forget what it was. There was a really
I
good.
knew somebody
like,
that fucking went as the
skit.
Twin Towers with a
Oh.
plane in them.
What?
Yeah, there was a really good skit once of somebody like showing up to a Halloween party as like a terrorist, and people were like, whoa, that's really fucked up. And the dude who answers the door is a fucking Nazi, and then somebody else comes up and he's a fucking priest, and he's like, dude, it's not funny. You can't. And then it pans out and there's just like a stuffed child around his waist, face in the crotch. He's like, that's just really not cool. It's insensitive, don't you know?
Oh my
And I
god.
was dying at that because I remember talking to my my RA my first year at college, and he was from Mexico, and he was like, yeah, I got a really good idea for a Halloween costume. I'm gonna be a terrorist. I'm gonna like get the things and be like the ISIS terrorist. It'll be really funny. And people were like, no, Carlos, no,
Yeah.
you can't do that. That's not
I don't
okay.
know. Yeah, I don't. I think dressing up
Nicest
as
guy.
war criminals is kind of a little taboo.
I guess
Probably.
it's different over there.
I guess.
He was the
Well,
nicest guy.
I feel like it slightly applies to the same thing as like you should be able to joke about anything. Is you should be able to like Halloween at that point
to
to
me,
joke about
as a
it.
Nazi.
To me,
I
it comes off
think
as like
you
it's,
should know the
it's
group.
the taste of the joke.
If you know the group,
Yes.
Is
you
this
know,
joke in good taste? Is this
I
joke
also
being offensive?
think I also think the timing is very important.
timing
is
and you
also
got to know
very
your
important.
audience.
Like you
Well,
can't.
we have Nazis now, so I don't think Nazis.
No, but like
is
if,
gonna
if but like if you knew your group of friends, right, and you knew that like showing up in like a fucking old vintage, like not a real one, but like a fucking Nazi oven, like they find that shit funny for like a night, and then you change out of it later.
yeah, but
like,
if somebody takes a picture of you, you lose your job.
Yeah.
well, yeah, you just
Look at Justin Trudeau.
like I'm
Look
saying-
at Justin Trudeau. Back in the early 2000s, he dressed up as like friggin' what's his name? The famous Indian shaman guy.
Mahatma Gandhi.
No, it was like some famous Indian like
Indian
Oh,
or Native
prophet
American.
like,
Oh.
shaman.
Indian
No,
or
like
Native
literally
American?
Indian.
Okay.
Oh, I
Um,
know what you're talking about, but I can't.
Yeah,
think
but he
about
went
it.
in
God
blackface
damn it.
essentially.
Yeah,
He went to the
I
party in
remember
blackface. Is
that.
the point I'm trying to make, and like people were like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like, so yeah, you could know the group, but if somebody takes a picture of you, you're fucked.
Well,
like,
yeah.
so just don't do it. Like, don't dress up as a Nazi or go in blackface.
So is no one showing up to our
Yeah,
Halloween party as a Nazi?
nobody's showing up to our.
Damn it.
the
All right, well,
fucking
okay,
jazz
hey, guys,
singer.
I can't come.
I guess that's good. We would have been the same thing.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
Jesus Christ.
All of us show up in the same costume. Well, somebody's got to change.
somebody's gotta fucking
Somebody's
change.
got to change.
No, because the exact.
Why are you all Hatsune Miku? I don't understand.
Well, I was gonna say
Like-
the joke would be like Eamon would just be like, "Well, I'm the only Jew here, so all you gotta change."
Oh God.
I went on
We
birthright.
got, she went on birthright. We got Alex.
I
We
can't
got
Alex
get
is
it.
Jewish,
With
yeah.
You
You're-
are
you're
Jewish.
Yes.
So is Alex.
Well,
and
yeah,
Justin.
True, but
Alex is Jewish too.
Yeah.
Was that
Yes.
his bar mitzvah?
I just
Wow.
didn't.
Well, I knew Justin was Jewish.
Is Alex gonna be here for that?
I don't know, but
I-
he's
he
Jewish.
said he was.
Oh, all right. I didn't
I
think he
think
was
he
gonna be
did,
there.
at least.
That's
I don't
why.
I
remember.
guess that's fair.
I could ask him.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
our,
Just
our,
talking
our group
tomorrow.
was mostly Jewish people
Yeah.
in high school
Until it wasn't.
until it
I
wasn't.
didn't know you were Jewish.
Don't say that. That sounds bad.
It does kind of sound bad.
That makes it sound like we
Can
just
you
got rid of all the
clarify
Jews in our
the
group.
island?
Can you
See, it's like, yeah, until it wasn't. We got rid of all those Jews.
Yeah, well,
All right,
I don't know
Saints.
why you
No, we brought more,
saying that.
Ital-
That
we brought more
part of that's a
Italians
joke.
in, is what happened.
We did bring more
They
Italians
did
in.
it
We
to
sure did
themselves.
balance it out. We really, our group is just Italians and Jews. That's really our.
That's
friend
New
group,
York.
isn't
That's
it?
what New York
That
is.
is
I'm
New
an
York.
Italian Jew.
Our entire
And
friend,
one Kazaki.
our entire friend group is nothing but nose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
dude, I have
Schnoz
such a
all
fucking
day long.
schnoz.
Wait, can I tell you something funny about nose? So
Yeah.
About your
About
nose?
nose?
yes, about my nose specifically.
Oh, your nose. Okay.
Yes. So
I thought just about noses in general. I was like, okay.
So I was talking to Colin the other day, saying we were talking about like piercings or something, right? And I was saying to him that when I was in high school, I really wanted to get my nose bridge done. You can
Okay.
get that
What
pierced.
does that mean?
You can get it pierced.
Why?
like this.
Oh, pierced. Okay.
Because I thought it looked really cute. But
Sure.
then I learned that if you don't have a high enough nose bridge, you can't get it pierced because there's not enough tissue there to pierce through. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I have almost no nose bridge. It just
Right.
morphs into my skull. So it's just
About to get my
nothing.
nose bridge pierced just to flex on you.
it's just absolutely nothing. So I can't get it done.
I wonder. Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, dude, I got the fucking biggest
I'm
nose
not-
on
I'm
the
not
planet,
looking at-
so I'm sure I'm good.
But I didn't realize that was a thing. And then I was like watching like something about it or reading something about it. They were like, yeah, you need to have like enough
Please
tissue
don't-
there to get through. And I was like, I don't think this will work for me.
Going back to big noses, one time in like 7th grade, I used to fucking get made fun of by this kid, and but looking back on it now, we're good friends now. But looking back on it, one of the funniest fucking things he ever said to me, where at the time I took it very personally because I was getting bullied, right? But now when I think about it, he goes, "Hey Anthony, you know those guys at the airport that go like that? That could be your nose." And then he walked away. And then he just walked away. I was like,
not
what the fuck? But now that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. If I ever saw a little piece of shit kid bullying another
That
little
could
piece of
be
shit
your
kid,
nose.
I'd be like, hey kid, you ever try to control planes with your goddamn nose? And then just walk away, get
Anthony.
arrested for
Well, like-
Anthony, you want to go to the airport and just go
yeah, right.
just at planes for an hour?
I'm like, how do you even do that, right? Like, is my nose that big that I have to like put a light in
I
it?
feel like growing up with a huge ass fucking nose, right? You just learn to like make your own jokes so that way
Oh, yeah,
nobody
like,
can
I
make
feel
fun of
like
you.
none
Like,
of your
drown the
noses
pain
are
out
so
with humor.
big.
Yeah,
It's not that bad.
so
I got
many,
a couple
so
of jokes,
many,
but nothing.
so many like fucking jokes that I just like thought up, and I say them all the time. Like, you know, when I was being born, doctors just reached in there and pulled me out by my nostrils.
Ugh.
Or like, you know, if it's raining, just get right under me. There's a dry
Yeah.
line right
I
under.
feel like I'm like desensitized to the size of your schnoz because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem that big.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have a big head, it kind of like outweighs
Oh,
the
like
shots.
bounces.
I feel like if half your body weight is just your
like
skull.
okay,
like,
wait,
then
wait. If
you're
Mike's
okay.
nose was on my face.
Oh, you would be like tipped over.
Yeah, that'd be a problem. That would be very unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm kidding. And that would be the same with my nose, though. Like if my nose was on your face, you'd be like freaking booted. You know? Sitting there, like you go to smell soup. You're like your whole fucking face just goes into
Dude,
the
it's my own.
water.
It's like its own snorkel. You
Wait,
know,
what are
there's so much storage in there for air. I can go
birds?
under in for hours.
Oh yeah. Like a cat. Yeah, a cat's just like what if like the little birds, like you know, there's a thing. Put a glass of water under it. And, like, yeah, that's how we used to drink when I was a kid because my head was too heavy. I'd just be like.
There you go.
Wait, hold on. So do you guys like as a kid, like ever try to drink like how like dogs drink with your tongue?
No.
No.
Yes, I
Yeah?
actually have
Okay,
tried to do that.
thank you.
100%.
I have two nose.
100%,
I can't
dude.
be the only one.
Yeah. Why
I
wouldn't
can't be an
why
insane
wouldn't
person
I?
here. Yeah.
Right? Because I was like, I wonder if it's like more efficient.
Yeah, I
And
wonder
they're
if
like,
it's
No,
easier.
absolutely
I
not,
literally
you
thought, I was like,
idiot.
you know what I did? I remember I was like, I wonder if it's easier. It's my
But
mom
you're
walks
also,
in.
like,
My
going
mom
in a
walks in. She's
glass,
like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You're also going in a glass like this, right? So you're like,
Oh, dude, you know what was a
sticking your
really
tongue
weird
down it.
thing? All right, you know what was a really weird thing I used to do as a kid? I used to take like a tall glass of water, and then I took a spoon, and I used to go.
Why? You a
okay,
psychopath?
I would do that with hot chocolate.
I feel like now I'd be like the girl from Get Out, where she's like taking the fucking thing and like
Clink, clink,
dipping it in. Meanwhile, here I am just like ding, ding, ding. It was like 1 a.m, and I'd be like waking everybody up trying to get like the last water in like the fucking glass, just like why? Because I was a psychopath. I was an idiot as a kid.
Apparently.
Gonna stay on your good side.
Might kill all of you. Yeah, it was like. Oh my god, I was a
Jesus Christ.
psychopath
Oh my
as a
God.
kid. I don't even know why I did it. I was just like, yeah, this is an easy way to drink water, huh?
Stop it.
Instead of just fucking, like a normal
Did,
person.
did you ever like? I remember like at one point I was like, I wonder how lazy I can be, and I used to get like because we would have like straws in our house, right? And I would like.
Oh, you
stick
try to
straws
connect
in
Oh,
all
I
of
did
them
that
together,
too.
yeah.
I did that too.
Like super long straws, so you don't ever have to fucking like get up to drink.
Oh,
Because that
dude,
was too
you
much
know what
effort.
I did? You know what I did? When I was a kid, I used to take the glass, right? I'd get like a really big glass and like fill it up all the way. Put it on the couch or like next to me on the couch. I would lay down on the couch and then stick a bunch of straws in and then like put the straw in the glass and so it would be like into my mouth and just
Okay.
drink it.
So I would just like take the bunch of straws like this, put it in the glass, and try to suck from it. And I'm like, yeah, it's just gonna suck the exact same, right? No, it does not. You need so much force to do that, and then you end up choking on the water because
There's 7
fucking
gallons of
choke
water in my
yourself.
throat at the same time.
and the glass and the water in the glass just goes.
Yeah.
Colin
Oh my
learned what it
God.
was like to suck dick really early on, and he was
I
like, "This isn't for me."
Deep,
Yeah.
I deep throated it. And I was like,
I don't know about this one,
Or
guys.
just like like getting some of like the liquid in your fucking straw and like covering it up and like
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, like
watching it
shooting
just, like,
at somebody.
sit
Oh
there,
no,
yeah.
I would constantly like get in the straw, put my finger over it, pull it out, put it in my mouth.
Yeah,
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 Let
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Do that.
It
I
would
would do
take
that
me
all the
7
time.
months to drink 1 glass of water.
I would do that
That'd
at
be
restaurants
so
all the
fun.
time, and my parents would get so upset.
Yeah,
With
they'd
Do
be
that at
like
restaurants
moron.
all the time.
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, I
You're
only do that
fucking
at restaurants. I never
troglodyte.
had straws in my house. Like I do now. Like I have reusable straws. I don't happen to do that. Maybe I'll try it now. But like I would do the shooting at people
Yeah.
at like
I
restaurants.
used to ask for milk at restaurants.
I did that.
Oh.
I used to
I
do
used
that
to
as a
get milk
kid,
at
but no, not
McDonald's.
anymore.
You get my burger with some milk.
Ew.
As
oh
an
my
adult?
God.
No, as a kid, they
Oh,
don't. They don't
that's
do the
fine.
milk. They don't do
You
the
do
milk
that
cartons
now?
at McDonald's.
Yeah, I go
I
to
didn't
McDonald's.
say
I'm like,
it.
yeah, can I get a Dave's single with a glass of milk, please?
The worst thing was one restaurant that me and my family used to go to all the time. Like literally,
The
it was
worst?
like the worst thing.
Oh,
that was
sorry.
like this one restaurant that we used to go to all the time, like twice a week for like years. Hated that place. Like I mean, it had great food, but like we used to go there so often, I just got sick of it, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
yeah, for
like
sure,
there's
for sure.
nothing. There's nothing wrong with the place.
No, yeah, no, I totally get
Um,
it.
This
Yeah,
place
like
is
change it
gonna
up a
figure
little
out
bit.
that it's them,
Yeah.
and we're gonna
No,
get hate.
but so they used to fucking put ice in the milk.
Ew!
You used to
Stop!
order milk and they'd put ice in it. And like
That's
so
a
then,
sin.
Oh,
like as a kid,
my
I was like
God.
too young, like I like like I my parents would just
milk is
order it and they'd
already
fucking
Who
cold.
waters
forget.
down milk?
Yeah, and then fucking like my parents
not
would
a
like
gin and
forget that they
tonic.
do that because who the fuck does that?
Right.
And every time there'd be ice in the milk and I just
That's
like
horrible.
You
oh,
wouldn't
just
scoop
fucking drink
The
it.
ice out.
I was
Yeah,
like
you
a
could just
child,
scoop
like I
the
didn't
ice
really
out.
like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
think
that was the most
Clover awareness.
terrifying thing you said
I-
on this not Halloween episode.
I think ice
Milk,
and milk
ice
is a
and
good
milk?
place
Yeah.
to
Oh,
wrap up because
horrific.
now I'm
Yeah,
disgusted.
we're over
for-
Yeah,
talking
no,
about
that's it. Please. was.
Yeah, this
straws
should have been the
and milk
Halloween
with ice.
episode.
For
honestly.
sure, for sure.
Honestly.
Just please call it not the Halloween
Not
episode.
the Halloween
Yeah, yeah.
episode.
Halloween Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey.
Halloween H2O.
Love that movie.
Don't like that movie. Anyway. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. I know you are, Perez. Better fucking like and comment.
Hey,
You
Perez,
haven't
hey,
you haven't a couple of times.
love you.
Yeah, you call him out like
Hey, if you're listening to us on any of the streaming services, don't forget to rate, follow, and leave a review on literally, I think you can only do that on Apple. So, and don't forget to check out Anthony at Super Milkshake. And
I have a new video out,
yes.
so check that out.
And Kat at Kat the Moonstar. She just did her
On Twitch.
a full day
Didn't say where.
stream for your
Oh,
birthday.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would have
Yeah.
happened.
And yeah. All right.
that.
Cool.
That's it.
Thanks for watching. Checking us
Oh,
next.
And we're watching Fruits Baskets.
Yes,
For Anime
right.
Club.
Fruits
Yes.
Baskets.
Sure are.
Four episodes.
Yes,
Episode
4
25.
episodes,
You got
yep.
4 weeks left.
Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Yes, and I think that'll also technically be our Christmas episode. So
Yes, I think so too.
we'll figure
Yeah.
something out to do for that. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching and listening. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.